Hello!
Hello.
So we've tried a different angle today, and I'm not sure this works, but we thought we'd try something a little bit different.
Yeah, a little bit new. I think that the problem is it's on a lower level than what we would normally have it. But I just thought, do you know what? Um, I was downstairs already, and I thought, oh, we've got to go upstairs. I've got to set everything up, and it was already on a lag anyway. So I just thought, do you know what? Let's just do it down here.
So
So
there we are. We will try. Happy Friday to everybody. We got our pumpkin mugs, which we showed you last live,
happy Fri-yay!
but we also have our Starbucks drinks right in here.
Well, I've actually got a cup of tea
But you do
today.
have your Starbucks drink there.
I do have my Starbucks drink right there, which I got uh my normal frappuccino. I got a venti one, but also because we were on the pumpkin theme, I thought I'd where my pumpkin is.
We probably should put some decks behind us actually to make it all sort of
Yeah.
decorative, show you that we are in Halloween.
Yeah, we're in the Halloween mode, but we do have some pumpkins around. But to be fair, we have a couple of pumpkins sort of like all year round,
There,
don't
we
we?
do actually. So I'm going to
Yeah.
get little Fred to join us in a second. I call him Fred, but he's actually Mickey.
I was thinking, little Fred, what are you talking about?
You just wait. You carry on.
Oh, anyway, so I've got a cup of tea, so I'm just drinking a cup of tea. I wanted something hot, and I was going to get a chai latte, but sometimes I think that the chai latte sometimes aren't hot enough.
Now, you guys may remember this. We purchased this. Was it last Halloween or the Halloween before? I think it was 2 Halloweens ago.
I think it was last Halloween. I was just thinking because there's something in the mouth. Oh,
No, that's the
oh, I
safety.
see,
That's the
I
safety
see.
instructions. So I've kept that in there just for that. So the idea
Okay.
is, Amanda, hello, happy
Hey,
Friday.
Amanda.
So we're
how
doing
are
our
you?
little spooky Halloween thing.
I hope you're well. It's not a Halloween edition. It's just that we're coming
Well,
up to. We're
well, it's
coming
kind
on
of our
to.
build up to Halloween, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, let me put this on a little plinth so you can see.
Oh, on a Harry Potter plinth.
How are you, Amanda? How have things been? You good? You well?
Yes, let us know. Let us know. So, we're just sort of getting ready, really, for the weekend.
Yeah.
Again, we haven't planned anything because there's a train strike.
Hey, Thunder.
Hey, Thunder, how are you?
You can tell we're getting into our Halloween mode. How is things? You good? Any more updates?
The date's next week.
Oh, it's next week.
Next week,
I was
isn't
really
it?
hoping there'd be an update.
No. There's a date next week. So I'm having a cup of tea, and as you can notice, we've got our pumpkin thing going. Give us something good to eat. But yeah, so what have you got in your? You got Starbucks
Chai
drink
tea latte I've gone for. So yeah, that's my usual.
with your oat milk.
Oh, we did it again. We were supposed to get. You're supposed to remember these things.
Excuse
Sorry,
me.
guys.
Oh yeah, sorry that I just burnt myself because Mark had to.
No, sorry guys, we did say we would do the autumn drinks and we haven't. So we haven't done that. So anyway, we will do that. Have to be next week. I'm
Yeah.
good, thank you. How are you both? Love the spooky season set. So yeah, we're trying to go all spooky and seasonal. All ready for the thing. Amanda said, "I'm good, thank you. Hope you're both well. Feel like I need to buy a pumpkin mug now." So if you are interested, these are £14.
We don't get sponsored by Starbucks, by the
No,
way.
I know. We should do though. The
We
amount of
should
stuff
do
we
the
spray.
amount of stuff. Yeah, the amount of like Starbucks do the best frappuccinos. Like I've been to a few places and I've tried a few frappes and all of that. So my drink of choice is a frappuccino, and it's only Starbucks that do it, and that's why I go to Starbucks a lot. And 1 year that they towards Christmas time they do the red cups. Well, I managed to get a normal cup as the red cup, a mug, and I really quite like the mug. And then I saw these, and I thought, do you know what? And do you know what happened? These will be vintage.
Yeah, that's what.
These will be vintage in a few years' time. You'll see.
So I don't know if they're going to do these seasonally or bring them back, but yeah, £14. It is 14, wasn't it?
£14. Yeah.
£14 in Starbucks
Yeah.
if you are interested. I'm sure they probably do them on the website, but just in case they don't,
Yeah.
just pop into your store. I don't know how long there will be, obviously for the season, but you've probably got the rest of the month at least to get these.
Yeah, I should imagine so. I mean, like I said, they haven't done my red cup since, and I really would like to get another red Starbucks cup. So if they do them, do you know the ones I mean? Because they do. The red cups are coming. The red cups coming. That's their build up to it, and that's normally around Christmas time. And I was actually able to get a porcelain version. that they sold at Starbucks, and I bought it. And then when I saw these, I thought, oh, I'll buy one. And then I thought, do you know what? Let me buy two, because in case one breaks, do you know what I mean? These accidents happen, but you can't dishwash these, and they're not safe for the microwave.
Yeah, no, that's very true. So if you are like us, I mean, we try not to buy mugs that are non-dishwasher safe.
Yeah.
Because we do get lazy, we just want to put them in the dishwasher. But because these are hand wash only, so just be wary of that as well. Hand wash only, and you can't put them in the microwave. There you go. Hey, Eva, how are you? You well? So Thunder says, hey, yeah, the update was that next week I was going to go up to his tomorrow, but it was a bit last minute, so maybe Wednesday. Oh, there you go.
Okay. So you'll be down in Portsmouth.
Yes, I said, well, please do keep us informed because we are interested.
Keep us on.
We love doing that update. Actually, we'd love to hear your updates, which is really nice to do. And if anybody's interested, so we did. I don't think you can get this one anymore. The pumpkin. If I should look, I can put it on my head. Look. So that's covering.
Yeah.
A bit of an improvement. There you go. You see the bat symbol. So this is from Disney, as you can tell, obviously with the Mickey ears. They don't have this version anymore, but they do have others there if you are interested.
They do have one that you can actually put a candle in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you can put a candle in this one as well, I think.
This one isn't designed for the candle. I'll tell you what. Well, there's no. So if you're going to get one with the candle, you should have a hole at the top.
Oh, what's this bit then here? What's that?
No, that's just the.
It's just the hump. Okay.
Yeah, that's just that.
So is it just to put candy in?
Yeah. So the idea is you put your sweets in here, and then obviously you go in there and you grab them and take the sweets. So it's just like a display thing. If you're having a Halloween party.
There you go. Thunder said, "Oh my God!" When I paused the vid, it actually looked like the pumpkin as your head.
There we are. That's probably an improvement.
It's like Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. Loving the headband, says Aoife. So Kelly's gone for
a
pumpkin headbands as well.
I thought, we were going to use our pumpkin mugs. I thought, you know what? Let me put my pumpkin headband on.
There we go.
So cute. I got these last year. Again, because we were in lockdown. Do you know what? It seems weird because you still work from home and you worked throughout lockdown.
Yeah.
And I wasn't working throughout lockdown. It still seems to me I'm in lockdown. Does that make sense?
Do you know what? Now that's probably bad on our part because we haven't been out that much, especially recently.
Yeah.
So it probably feels like it is lockdown because we've just been in the house. We know it isn't lockdown.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Thunder said, do you two celebrate Halloween? Any upcoming parties?
Mark really wants to do a Halloween party one year, don't you?
I've been wanting to do a Halloween party for ages. We've got all the gear for it. So I've got loads of little miniature. I mean, I won't show you around the house just yet, but I'll bring some of the little bits and bobs that we have got here. So we have got enough thing for the party, and I've been wanting to do it for ages. But for the last 2 years, because of the pandemic, I've not done. I've always been saying to kids, I want to do it. I really want to do a Halloween party.
We don't, but my cousin Steph does. Him and his wife, and they like do all the makeup and everything else. And sometimes they have a little party. Sometimes, but yeah, they even did it through the lockdown. They did it. They've been celebrating it even before lockdown. Yeah, so I know Jo she gets really into it. So yeah.
So question over to you guys. Do you guys do a Halloween party? Does anybody out there have a Halloween party? Do you invite lots of people over? Or have you any plans to go to a Halloween party? The one thing we will really want to do is go back to Florida and go to the parks because they do the two. So Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, which is fantastic. And also as well, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
That we should have gone that year that they had.
No, I know. We've been wanting to do. The reviews are absolutely amazing. People have said that it's worth every cent if you go. So that's something we do want to do. There are some parties as well in the UK which they're doing, and they have got some horror events if anybody's interested. I'm pretty sure there's one up in Sheffield that they've got going, so that if anybody's interested in doing that.
I'm not interested in getting scared. I don't like that. I don't like getting scared, which is the thing of the Halloween, which is the point of the Halloween, when you go and do all of these events. But I was talking to Siobhan, which is your brother's girlfriend, and I was saying to her, because I'm just looking at Thunder's comment there, she said, okay, No Halloween parties. I don't think it's a shame. It's not as big of a celebration like America, and I agree. I was talking to Siobhan and I said to her, "Is it really as it is on the telly? Do you see like kids wandering the streets, like knocking on the doors?" And she said, "Yeah." She goes, "When you look out, you do see kids sort of like going around and doing the old Halloween stuff." And here, I think you have to put a pumpkin in the window.
Yeah, that's the symbol that you are willing to give sweets away.
To give candy. And one year I forgot to put the pumpkin in the window, and I had bought all these sweets, and I only got one person that knocked on the door.
Yeah. But you get that is the symbol. Eva said, "I need to find the last bit of honey and have a second strawberry daiquiri." You enjoy that strawberry daiquiri. It's Friday. You have earned it.
Actually, I didn't know there was honey in strawberry daiquiri.
But then maybe Eva does that. Do you?
Possibly,
Do you use honey as a substitute for sweetener?
Would be amazing. It's so fun how much effort people put into it. It's so true. But like, there are people that have like they go all out for their parties and stuff. You've been to a couple of Halloween parties, though,
I have though in the past. So I did fancy dress actually, and I dressed up as the Crow. So Brandon Lee's the Crow. If anybody's watched the Crow movie, I really wish because the photos on one of my old phones, and I lost the phone charger to it.
Oh dear.
So in the SIM cards, there is the photo of me as the Crow.
You still got the phone?
Yeah.
Take the SIM card out and put it in a different phone, no?
Yeah, I could try that actually.
Yeah,
I've not thought of that. It's
a
a very old SIM.
But it depends if it's on the SIM or if it's on the phone.
I think it might be on the phone.
It'd be on the phone.
I think it's on the phone.
I know the phone you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be saved on the SIM, only your telephone number.
Somewhere there'll be. I could get a charger somewhere.
I think I've got it somewhere. I'm sure you sent it to me and I have it somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, if you've got it. So Thunder said, "Oh yeah, that would be amazing. It's so fun to see how much effort people put into it." And this is the thing, because when we went to Florida, we went to do the Halloween night. We didn't actually go to the Halloween horror night, which is slightly after. They do that.
Yeah,
later.
they get people out the park, and then afterwards it's the Halloween horror.
So we were one of the people they were kicking out the parks. But it was really good. You had all the different T-shirts and all the different things they were selling as well for it. So all the memorabilia. It really, really is fun. And do you know what? That's one thing. Because as a child, my brother and I, we lived out right in the middle of the sticks. So we never did trick-or-treating because there was just nobody around there.
Yeah.
So my parents wouldn't allow us to do it. But I think, as a kid, it'd be really good fun to do.
Yeah, I did trick-or-treating and I used to take my cousins sometimes and we go trick-or-treating. But again, it was one of those things that wasn't really celebrated here. And in my road at that time, there was quite a lot of elderly people. So they're not going to really sort of do. But you used to get a couple of things, but nothing, nothing big, which was a shame.
So you watch this space. We will be doing some more little Halloween entourages as we go on as well for our lives. We've got our pumpkin mugs and we will be looking to purchase some more stuff, so hopefully do keep an eye out because we were having that in the lives.
Like each when we get one,
when we get it, so we're just dependent on when it arrives.
That is very true, just dependent on when it arrives. But is anyone else doing anything? Is anyone else going, oh, it's Richard!
Richard, hello! Apologies, Richard. When you logged on Tuesday, we were just logging up because we had to go, but I'm so glad you got to join us today.
Because we did it a little bit early, and plus we needed to log off because of your brother and girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. But Richard said, you two look awesome, thank you. New Halloween movie is streaming on NBC's Peacock. Peacock, that's the one my brother used when he was in Washington.
Yeah, we've got Peacock.
We've got Peacock as well.
Yeah.
So what is on Peacock? On the October the 14th, going to eat a McDonald's pumpkin and cream pie that night. I think I'm going to have a Big Mac too. We don't have the McDonald's cream pie.
The thing is with the McDonald's in the UK, and I don't know why, because they used to do seasonal fruit pie. So sometimes you could get a cherry pie, sometimes you get a fruit pie. But the main staple has always been apple pie. But towards Christmas, they would do like a mince and a custard pie, which was also really good. But towards Christmas, sometimes they would do a cherry pie and stuff like that. And for some reason, they've stopped it. But they've never ever done, as far as I'm aware, in the UK, a Halloween pie. I would have gotten that. To try it. for sure. I would have just gotten it to try
Well,
it.
so what they do is they used to do what they call the festive pie, as Kelly said, which was this is basically like a mince pie. So Richard, I think you have tried British mince pies.
It's
So
not meat in it, by the way.
no, he knows.
Yeah.
It's the fruits
The
and
fruit,
various
yeah.
things. But yeah, they don't have that here. Although Whittards do a pumpkin spice latte, soda Nespresso.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and you can get a pumpkin spice latte not pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice coffee, but you can get a pumpkin spice latte in Starbucks.
I think pumpkin is a theme here now.
Yeah.
It never used to be.
No.
But it really, so you can get pumpkin pretty much anything up towards October, and sometimes a little bit after October. But yeah, you can pretty much get pumpkin and maple and maple syrup.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why they do maple syrup as a Halloween thing, but yeah, you seem to get maple syrup and pumpkin.
But really good. So yeah, so if those of you that have got Peacock TV, you might have it with your Freeview. And sometimes you can get it with other streaming services. We had it with our TV when it came on here. So I think it might be available on Freeview.
I don't know if it's available on Freeview, but we've got it on our TV, not Freeview though.
Do check it out. See if you've got it. 14th October, Halloween movies all the way. So we'll have our little treats.
It might not be 14th for us though.
That's true, because it might be for the US.
States. Yeah, it just might be for the States. Because sometimes they get a bit weird here because we've had Christmas themed movies on the Christmas channels.
Yeah.
From like
June, July.
Yeah, we were having like Christmas movies. Now I know that in some places that they do what you call it, they do like they celebrate Christmas mid-year, so they celebrate like Christmas on the 25th of June or something like that. But they've been playing Christmas movies from quite early on, and yeah, we don't have any sort of like scary movies, but yeah, Christmas movies.
So I'm going to go on to Christmas just for one little bit before we go back to Halloween. So of course, most of our viewers here are Northern Hemisphere, so you guys will know Christmas to be cold. But has anybody ever spent a Christmas in the heat? So Kelly and I went to Mauritius about 4 or 5 years ago, and we spent Christmas Day on the beach. It's a really, really strange experience, something I've never done before. And it just felt like being in August. It didn't feel like Christmas at all. There was Christmas decks everywhere, but it was so hot. It was just strange. It was just really weird.
Yeah, and we didn't exchange Christmas presents, did we?
No.
Because the holiday was so expensive that was our Christmas gift, really.
Yeah.
And my nephews came along, and what was good about my nephews, they didn't even care that they didn't get any Christmas presents.
No, they loved it.
They absolutely loved the holiday, and it didn't bother them that there was no Christmas presents. They got massages on the day, on Christmas Day. We all had massages, and we spent the day on the beach. And while it was strange, I mean, I've spent Christmas in the sun twice, because one year I went to Lanzarote.
Yeah.
And then 1 year I've been to Mauritius. But I could quite happily go away on another Christmas, and it wouldn't bother me.
So for all of those in Europe, which you might find it easier to get to, if you do want a Christmas getaway, we do recommend the Canary Islands. So that's one short flight, 4 hours if you're from the UK. Really, really easy to get to as well. And it's not boiling, but it's pretty warm.
It's about 24.
Yeah, 24. So like a 24. Spring day in the UK. So if you did fancy a little bit of sun on Christmas, that would be our recommendation if you fancy getting away.
Yeah, it was a little, when I was there in Lanzarote one Christmas, it was 24 degrees. It was a little bit windy, but nothing that you could be on the beach, sunbathe, enjoy your time. But I think I knew what to expect, or I kind of had an idea of what to expect. But my friend who I went with, she didn't realize what to expect, and I think she really missed. Like, I found my family, I knew where they would be. I found my family, and then she was trying to phone hers, but because they were all around the dinner table, nobody picked up their phones, and she finally got through. And I think she really missed that Christmas, because when we got up, she was like, "Oh, it doesn't feel like Christmas." But luckily, a week before, I was trying to find a place where we could have Christmas dinner.
Mm.
And I was searching. She's like, oh, I don't mind if we don't have Christmas dinner, and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I do. And I found a place, and it was the best find ever. And every time I go to Lanzarote, I go to this restaurant. And so when she was, I think she felt a little bit not disappointed, but you know, you have that build up of Christmas, and she didn't have that build up of Christmas. And then when we finally got to the restaurant and we were having, and we put our party hats on, she goes, oh, now it feels like Christmas. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes you need that whatever homely comfort.
Hi, Evelyn.
Hey, Evelyn.
You all right?
Hope you're well.
Hey, Alicia. How are you?
Hey, Leash. How are you? And I think sometimes you just want that little bit of home type Christmas.
Yeah.
But you don't want it fully, because I loved it. I mean, Evelyn and Alicia was with us when we went to have Christmas in Mauritius. What did you guys think of waking up on Christmas Day? You know, like having massages, being on the beach. How did you feel it? Did you?
Oh, Evelyn's lost her voice. Oh God,
no.
you okay? Oh my. Do you know what? There's a lot of that going around. Actually, people being ill. Oh, Pavan, how are you, Pavan?
Hi, how are you? It's been a while.
Hello, my beautiful angels. I hope you're both well and keeping warm, looking after yourselves. I'm just at work. May God bless you. Happy to see you. Oh, lovely to see you.
Oh, you're at work at this time?
Oh, you're still working away. Oh, my word.
I hope, well, I don't know what to say, because I'd be heartbroken if I was at work at this time. But I hope you're well, and I hope you're making the best of the situation. Unless you love your job, and then, of course, it's no hardship if you love it.
Well, Alicia said, yeah, it was weird waking up hot weather on Christmas Day, but it was nice. It didn't feel like Christmas at all. It just felt like I woke up in August.
I felt like it was Christmas, but it was a good Christmas. That's how I felt. So for me, it was like, oh, and you know, and they had the buffet, the Christmas buffet and all of that. So I enjoyed it, and I would definitely do it again. I loved waking up. Do you know what? I love that there was no pressure, you know, of having to cook dinner.
Yeah, that's nice.
Clean up, do all of the, and it was nice to actually enjoy Christmas.
So there you go. That's our recommendation. We, if you're going to do that, Christmas buffet was nice. So that's our recommendation. If you want to get away for Christmas, try the Canary Islands. You tried Lanzarote.
I tried Lanzarote, yeah,
during the Christmas break.
If you're in Europe and you can't afford somewhere like Mauritius, or you know, even Australia or whatever, because I think they have a hot Christmas, don't they?
Yeah, any southern hemisphere country. So I just thinking, Richard, where would you go if you wanted to go for some some winter sun? Is there a place would you go in the US, further south? Is Florida hot at that time? Is California hot? Would you have to go further south?
I think Florida's just warm.
Florida's warm all year round.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it'd be hot.
Yeah, well, I don't think it would be hot, but we had a hot couple of days though when we went in November. We had a hot few days.
Alicia said, yeah, but we always have Christmas together and have done for the last 18, 19 years. So you better not be trying off. No. We're not doing the jet set. We're just doing a recommendation. Anyway, we should go back to Halloween.
You were the one who brought up Christmas.
Well, only because of the heat doing that, but just to have interest as well. So Halloween, we were, like I said, going back to that, I've been meaning to do a Halloween party for absolutely ages. So we aren't going to do one this year, unfortunately, because it's just not enough time to organise it. I would like to try something else. Halloween's.
Could you organise one?
Yeah. We just get people around. I'd love to do fancy dress. Love to do fancy dress for that. Richard said, I'd miss Santa too much, so I stay north in the snow. Yeah, so you wouldn't fancy doing that?
A lot of people love cold because it's normal to them. It'd be weird to spend it in the hot. In the heat.
You've been saying that for years, Mark. Well, this is true. I mean, a lot of it is because the last few years we've had the pandemic. So I have been wanting to do it. And plus our house is a complete tip, as you know. So it's it needs a lot of tidying up before we can do it.
He says tip. It's not a tip, but it is cluttered.
It is very, very cluttered. So we do need to declutter quite a bit significantly before we do that. Alicia's laughing. But I would so guys, one out for you. If we were to hold a Halloween party and if you were to turn up, what would you, and it was a fancy dress. So the theme would be, I'd probably do something like a heroes and villains thing or a Halloween spooky thing. So heroes and villains or spooky, what would be your costume? That's throwing it out there. What would be your costume? So Papa said, yes, I work 3 till 12. Oh my God, 3 p.m. to 12. I'm glad that a Punjab family of 4 in California, including 8-month-old babe, was kidnapped. Oh my God! And 2 days later, the bodies were found. Prayers and candles. Oh, I know that sounds horrible. I didn't
I've
realise
not heard that actually. So I've not seen it on
for
the
all
news.
loved ones grieving on this. I'll have to read up on that.
Oh.
Well, prayers, absolutely. Richard said,
So
I like the Christmas card scene and the log fire at Christmas. Yeah, and do you know what there is? I think I told you that story in the last one. So my friend who went to Australia, and he spent a year out there in the really hot part, but he said he really did miss coming in. And obviously an Australian Christmas is in the summer.
Yeah.
So he said,
I would miss seasons. If I was in a hot place all year round, I would definitely miss seasons, although you would have their variation on seasons, which you would get like colder and you'd climatize to it. But I feel like on going away for Christmas, I think it doesn't bother me because I've had so many Christmases in the cold.
so Richard said it's big news over there. Do you know what? I haven't caught up on today's news, so I will have to do. Yeah, Parvan said, look after yourselves wherever you go. You are.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, well,
you
absolute
too.
prayers as well. I didn't realise that. I will have a read up on that.
I've not. To be honest, I've not kept up with the news today.
No.
Normally I do find things out because I'm normally on TikTok quite a lot. I'll tell you, TikTok's quite addictive. But I'm normally on TikTok quite a lot or the YouTube Shorts, so I haven't heard anything. And I had the news on the background earlier, but I didn't hear about it on the news.
Oh God, that's terrible as well. What was I going to say? Yeah, so a little going back to the Halloween part. So Alicia said, I'm a scary Mary, so I come as myself. No. There's no excuse. You've got to come as something.
That's typical Alicia, not making an effort.
Yeah, you've got to make an effort.
You've got to make an effort.
What would you come? You cannot come. You cannot come as yourself. So you've got to come as something. Richard would come as the Grim Reaper. That would look fantastic. Would you have a skull mask?
What would you come as?
That's a good question. So what would you come as?
I have no idea.
Oh, shut up. I always make an effort. Now, go on then.
Please.
So tell us how you'd make the effort. You've got to tell us.
You'd be like, I'm going to come as myself. Boy, I've got no costume. So boy, I'm going to come as myself.
Is this true,
That
Alicia?
is what you would say.
Is this true?
To the T.
A scream mask. I have the costume. Oh, you've got the costume. Oh, awesome. So I think that's what I would come as. So it's a heroes and villains thing. I'd rather come as the Terminator, which I know is a bit boring, but I do have the outfit for it. If it's a Halloween thing, I'd go as Dracula.
No, but I mean, you've got to come as something completely new, not something that you've been as before.
No, I don't. That was not. I set the rules, so that's the prerequisite.
Oh, right, okay.
Don't do fancy dress, but when I have to do, I don't have costumes, so obviously I'd have to buy one in it. So yeah, but what would it be?
Yes, that's the point. What would it be?
What would it be? Andrea, how are you? How are you?
Hey, Andrea, I hope you're well.
We were just talking about, the question was, if you were going as fancy dress, what would you go as to a party? So I've just set the rules. We were doing an imaginary fancy dress party. You can go as a hero and villain or Halloween themed. What would you go as?
It's a what? And I'm not very good with doing all the makeup. I'd have to get Joe to do all the makeup because I'm not good at that sort of thing. Maybe Harlequin.
Harlequin? You'd have to get your hair in the bunches.
Yeah, maybe
that would work. I'm glad you're well. Yeah, end of week. I am so glad it's the end of week, I tell you. Alicia's gone. Still awaiting. Still awaiting.
I'm just trying to think who else.
Look at that. I've got you stumped.
Yeah, I just
It
don't
is a
know.
difficult one, actually, knowing it.
Because I would just normally go as a witch or something, I suppose.
Like how I've got grey hairs. Come on, Alicia, you still got to do. Oh, Storm. She's going to go Storm.
Storm. Do you know what? I did think of Storm, but
Aoife's coming as the Grim Reapers too. So we've got 2 Grim Reapers. Or the Joker, she said. Andrea said, love the pumpkin. Yeah, so we're already starting our little pumpkin theme, our Halloween theme. So we thought we'd do a little discussion actually today, light-hearted on the on what you would come as a fancy dress if we were to hold a fancy dress party.
I don't know. I did think of Storm, but I wasn't sure I liked the outfit that Storm wore, or Storm wears, should I say? That's why I wasn't.
A big. You have to be clad in leather and have
Yeah,
your white hair.
yeah. That's why I was thinking Harley Quinn with the short skirt and the bunches.
Yeah.
You know, a bit Britney Spears-ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now you can tell it's
look
live.
at that.
You can tell it's live. I'll tell it. Adios on that one. Richard said the best I've seen was in the UK. Oh, the Picture and Piano, Nottingham. A group came in dressed as the Scooby-Doo gang. Scooby was there too. They were splitting image. Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, that would be quite cool. Like if it was a group ensemble, that would be quite cool. I feel.
Oh, Andrea would come as the Black Cat. Most basic, which you'll be like, because that is Halloween themed. That is Halloween themed.
Hocus Pocus, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
that's what pops into my mind when you say Black Cat. Hocus Pocus or Salem from Sabrina.
Ah, so Ethan may actually do Morticia Adams from the Addams Family.
That
do
would
like
be
that.
quite good.
That would be a good one, actually.
Yeah, that would be quite
Right.
good. I have no idea. I've got to be honest. I'm not very good with ideas. I remember Evelyn did a fancy. I think Evelyn done a couple of. I've only been to a couple of fancy dress parties. I went to one. And did I go with? Did Evelyn? Did we go to that one as well? And I dressed as a witch, I think. And then when I went to Evelyn's one, I just dressed as a naughty schoolgirl. And yeah, so I'm not sure.
Let me turn my phone off. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, what I would go as. I've got to be honest. But yeah, I think Harley Quinn, because I like the way that she dresses. Yeah.
There you are. So I've turned my phone off. Apologies. I don't normally do that, especially in the cinema. So I forgot I had it on. So yeah, Morticia Adams. I do like the sound of that one. That is quite a good one.
That would be quite cool, I feel. And I like because it's quite elaborate.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I like the more elaborate costumes. I don't know if I would be bothered to get dressed in an elaborate costume, though. That's why I like the idea of Harley Quinn.
I don't know, though. I do
it's
like
a skirt, it's a shirt.
Something simple.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is well, with fancy dress, if you do hire them, they can be phenomenally expensive. I didn't realise that. So a friend of mine hired one recently. It's about £60 to £80, depending on what you want to hire.
You just buy it.
Well, that's what I mean. You can buy, but people tend not. The quality's better if you rent them. But like I said, if you buy them, I mean, Argos do them for about £30-40. Even said, yeah, we went to a couple of fancy dress parties. So it is good fun. And I'd love to do that again because I've not done it for many, many years.
Yeah, for sure. I think I've still got the witches one upstairs somewhere. And I must have, I don't know if I bought the schoolgirl thing, the schoolgirl skirt and shirt. I already had a shirt anyway, white shirt. And I don't know, did I go with a tie? And did I borrow the tie from my nephew maybe? It was like, I'm sure I had a red tie. But yeah.
Anyway, Andrea says, so literally the last weekend I have to myself is next for the next month. So glad I get to relax.
Wow.
Just buy the long wing with a grey strand. Oh yeah, long wing. Sorry, with a grey strand. Yeah, easy to do.
And then you'd wear a black dress, but you'd want the dress sort of
and
like,
a black dress. That's exactly what.
Yeah,
said.
with the drop sleeves and stuff like that. Yeah.
So how come you've just been really busy then, Andrea? You've been really busy.
I know. Talk about someone's busy diary.
Oh, tell me about it. But I've been the same. It's been absolutely hectic. I don't know why, but the last week has been last couple of weeks actually have been absolutely manic. I don't know if it's just because it's back to September when everybody's back. I don't know, but it's been really busy. Evelyn says Zia wants to dress. I can't read the comments.
Sorry, I'm just showing.
Evelyn wants to dress as Hocus Pocus this year.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
I was thinking Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus quite cute.
No, thank you.
No?
Damn spelling. Yeah, don't worry. I thought you meant wig. Talking of Hocus Pocus, has anybody gone to see the new Hocus Pocus movie, Hocus Pocus 2? So it's about 20-30 years after the original, which was done in the 80s. Now, anyone that remembers, the 80s one was with Bette Midler and also Sarah Jessica Parker. I can't remember the third witch. Who
The
that
third
was.
witch was the one who played in Sister Act. She
I
played
don't
in
remember.
Sister Act, but I don't know her actual name. But I fully want to see it. Don't reveal anything because I fully want to see it.
Eva said the long wig with the grey strands and the black long dress with the white blouse, the grey, white, and white black makeup. There you go. Look, there you go. And actual fact, that's quite a good cheap costume to do.
Yeah.
You just got those. Andrea said next week we are going to Leicester for the weekend. The next one I'm going camping with friends, and the next one I'm off to see family and friends. Oh wow! So your weekends are really packed up. Actual fact, Andrea, probably this weekend is a good one to relax because there is a train. So just a reminder, anybody in the UK, tomorrow is a train strike. So there's a train strike planned. It will go ahead. So there will be pandemonium on the trains. Just for you, just remember. Richard said, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, VA was awesome. Zombies came walking out of the fest house, chased folks around in the festival hall. Amazing ghost trains with ghouls and chainsaws and screams around the park. Oh, that sounds brilliant. That's right up my street. I would love to do that.
That is not my...
That sounds fantastic.
Was that, did you say Busch Gardens?
Yeah, so he said Busch Gardens in Williamsburg.
Oh, right, not the Busch Gardens in Tampa. Right. I didn't realise there was more than one Busch Gardens. I just thought there was one.
Your title date's up as, the 7th of, oh God.
What did I
put? The title date as the 7th of February. Virginia.
I'll correct it later.
Yeah, so happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So fair. Happy Valentine's Day. What was I going to say? So, as it's the Halloween theme, is anybody into horror movies? Does anybody like them? Are they going to watch them? Does anybody watch them just exclusively for Halloween? Oh, you're eating pizza. Look at that. That's a lady after my own heart. I really do. We don't, do you know what? We started doing pizza food while we ate, but it doesn't work because we end up both chewing at the same time. And then we're like, you're just watching us chew and chew and chew and chew.
No, Mark is normally eating and I am having one bite and chewing. And then before you know it, Mark's finished his and I'm like, I've only eaten one slice.
Anyway, back to my thing. So, or do you guys just watch horror movies just for the Halloween period? I've got to say, I used to love horror movies, and I haven't watched them for ages. But if I am going to watch them, it would be around Halloween, just because of that time of year.
What's your favourite Halloween movie?
Oh, that favourite Halloween
or favourite horror movie?
I was going to say, when you say Halloween movie, do you mean the Halloween? I do like Halloween with Mike Myers. I wasn't so big on the Friday the 13th ones, but my favourite horror movie, The Exorcist, is one of the best.
It's so scary.
It's one of the oldest. It's one of the best.
Yeah.
I did like, although controversial, I say it, because it got very mixed reviews. The Blair Witch Project. I thought that was a good horror movie. It was the first to use first camera perspective, and it's been done to death now. But they were one of the first to use it.
I feel like with horror movies, the best or the worst horror movie, should I say, like. And when I mean worst horror movies, I mean the ones that make you actually scared, were made in the 70s and 80s. I don't think you'll get horror movies like that now.
Well, you don't watch them though. So what's everybody else's opinion? Do you watch them? Do you like them? Do you avoid them at all costs? Or will you just watch them specifically at Halloween? Aoife said, I'm going to watch Leap Castle old vids on Spirit Orbs on here as a medium. Nice to get a vice grip and hazelnuts. Okay, monkey nuts, pizza, apples, and bananas.
Okay.
What does that? So actually, are you doing you're going to watch Leap Castle on the vids and Spirit Orbs? So are you doing this as a medium? That's interesting.
Wow.
So you're actually going to be contacting the dead.
Oh.
And is this something you're going to be doing, or speaking to spirits, I should say, rather than contacting the dead? Am I right in saying that, or is this something have I got the wrong end of the stick? Because you were talking about talking to spirit orbs and then contacting it as a medium. That's interesting. Has anybody done that or gone to a seance? That's something I've never done before.
I've known a couple of people to go to seances, but I'm just thinking,
Leap Castle is Ireland's most haunted place.
Oh,
there we are.
No, thank you.
There we are. Rich just said Six Flags is starting their Fright Fest. Ghouls, zombies, rides in the dark, and Halloween theme playing. The whole shebang. I just started watching Fear the Walking Dead. Oh, awesome. One of the series I do want to get back into actually is The Walking Dead. I've been meaning to do it for ages, but I'm so busy in these days I don't get a chance to watch it. But I am going to get back into watching that.
The one that I want to watch or start watching it again is American Horror Story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I started it, and then I'll have to start it again. But the other thing that I was watching was A Penny Dreadful. Now I watched the first one, and then the second one was like, what is going on up in here? I couldn't watch it. I was just like, oh my lord. And then sometimes when you watch series, I feel like they're quite. Do you know what I mean? They can be quite scary.
Yeah.
They can be quite scary. But I just feel like I don't think anything's going to touch things like The Manitou or The Omen or
These are the classic ones.
Poltergeist. Poltergeist can sometimes be a bit cartoony because of the graphics that they had back then. But the Poltergeist, I mean, I don't think you will get things that will touch those types of horror films, to be quite honest.
Well, do you know what, Richard? That sounds amazing though. What is Six Flags, by the way?
It's a theme park.
But
not a theme park, but they do different things at Six Flags.
So Aoife said, I've been a medium from birth. Wow. I've always been a large and extra large. Sorry, I was only joking. I didn't choose to be a medium. It began in childhood. My earliest memory is around 7. And it's a nightmare. It's not TV. Kelly is correct. Spirit can be terrifying you. Oh wow, that I can imagine. That's quite a gift, though. I have to say, with depending on obviously your beliefs and what had you, but if you can actually have that as a gift, that is literally a gift. I've been very, very few. I've never ever met someone who's got.
It depends if it's a gift that terrifies you or not. I suppose true. That allows you to that doesn't cause anxiety.
Yeah, Richard said you're right about the place.
Yeah,
the Six Flags. Or The Walking Dead last 8 episodes are now playing on AMC. No, do you know what? Because I started watching it, but I really want to go back and start right from the beginning, season 1.
We don't have AMC.
No, but we do. I can. Well, there's loads of catch up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do want to go back to season 1 and start it again. 2 spin-offs of The Walking Dead, says Richard, are coming next year. Oh right.
Okay.
Maggie and Negan in New York and Daryl in France. Aoife said, Mark, it's a gift and a curse. Yeah, I can imagine that actually. I can imagine it being both. Because like I said, it's not something you would have asked for. It's something that is.
Well, yeah, born with. I do have a friend, and whenever she tells me something, to me, she has lots of visitation. If you believe in that sort of thing, to me, she has lots. But I don't think she realizes or she knows that they're visitations. But she has a lot of visitations, a lot more than like. That is normal, and she's always telling me a story, but I don't think she realizes. And I said to her, it sounds, do you know what I mean, that you're having a lot of visitation. But yeah.
Tanika says, hi guys, hope you're both well.
Hey.
Love the Halloween touches. Hi Tanika, you're okay? Yeah, we're just doing our little Halloween themes. We've also got our little spooky pumpkin mugs. There we are. Aoife said, Mark, I'm going to hide from the spirit hiding behind Kelly. Oh dear, I'm going to get away from him. For me, I am always, I suppose you're always hiding from the spirits.
Right, okay.
Yes, Tanika, yeah, we were just talking about Halloween. We were just talking about what we like to do with Halloween. And I've been meaning to do a Halloween party for years. So I was asking everybody if they were going to go as fancy dress, what would they go as? And then we were just talking about watching horror films. Do you watch them normally, or would you just watch them on the Halloween period?
And what is your Halloween movie that you watched and scared you?
Eva said, conscious of spirits, even when not having people for readings. Oh, that's interesting. So,
well, if it's a gift, I suppose it's always with you.
is it something you can see the spirits, or is it just something that you, what's the word? You just sort of sense their presence? Or can you see? I'm always aware of and conscious of the presence of spirits. Is it something like you said, when you say aware, is it something you can see, or you're just aware of it? It's almost like a sense. Don't worry about your spelling. Listen, I can translate. It's fine. It's one of those things. I always do the same as well, especially with predictor text, because sometimes some of the stuff I've actually presented, and also as well, when you've got a thumb like mine, you end up pressing all the wrong keys. Tanika said, "Oh, I love fancy dress party. I'd really like to dress up this year. I'm thinking of going as a tarot reader."
Wow.
Which love is something like that. I do. Oh, you do read tarot, so it's somewhat based on truth.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Minus the witch part. She goes, Kelly, move left now. Move left.
Left. Okay.
There we are. Out of the way. There you go. Sis figure, move left. You have to come closer to me. So we're moving out the way. So we were just talking
just moving out the way.
So Tanika, that's interesting. So go, if you don't mind us asking as well, as a tarot reader, how long have you been tarot reading? And have you been tarot reading long as well? And how did you know? How did you acquire your gift to tarot read?
Yeah. How did you think? Oh, do you know what? I have a gift for this, or is it something you always knew?
Yeah, exactly. So it was just interesting as well. Just it's always fascinating actually doing the live as well, because you get to see everybody.
Yeah.
There's a spirit on your shoulder.
This shoulder?
Left shoulder, right shoulder. No, it's always interesting actually to see people's gifts as well, what they can do. I was freaking Alicia out a little bit. Well, it is our
freaking me out.
Yes, it is our Halloween special at the moment.
Freaking me out. I don't think this is our Halloween special.
No, it's not. Well, we're leading up to it, but I think what we like to do is like a Halloween theme. I'm going to bring this up a little bit so you've got it. Actually, I'm going to sink down.
Yeah.
Let me just come up a
There
bit.
you go.
There we go. So yeah, unfortunately with our sofa, it's not the best place thing actually.
No, but we do need a new sofa.
Yeah. Oh, so for Aoife, it began at 7 years old age. Wow. And how did you know you had the gift? On your right shoulder. You had a good. Oh, Alicia said you're a good 3 weeks early. Well, this is what we like to be. So the thing is, as well, we like to sort of lead up to our little events.
Yeah, I just thought, do you know what? I'm gonna put, because I've got a few now themed headbands. I can start wearing them because I've got a few. So I don't know what I'll wear on Halloween itself. Our Halloween special.
Yeah.
Because we will do a Halloween special. But yeah, this is just one of the build-ups to it, I guess.
So Eve said there's a man on your right shoulder. So is that behind? So that's what I was going to ask you. Can you act? Is it you sense presence?
What type of man? Old, young?
Yeah, it's and I was going to say you can actually. I was just wondering if you can actually see, because obviously I'm going to put that in there. You can obviously see. You can tell it's a guy. So that was interesting. See a man in his 60s, so an elderly man. That's interesting.
What does he look like?
Yeah, just out of interest. Because I'm wondering, I'm thinking who it might be.
Yeah.
Tanika said, I started reading tarots at about 14 years of age, and now I'm 29.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know why I started. I was just drawn to it, and I collect decks now. I only read for myself or people who ask me.
Right.
60s and tall. Oh, that's interesting.
60s and tall.
No, it's not who I was thinking then.
No, it's not who I was thinking.
Because the person I was thinking is very, very short.
Yeah.
Alicia said, so am I, lol, will be interesting. Tika said, and I guess I knew there was a gift. As every single reading I do is spot on. Although I just see it as as harnessing energy.
Yeah.
Always positive, not really with me as a gift. They said, Kelly, he is connected to Mark. Oh, a tall person. Now, actual facts, because my uncle passed away 2-3 weeks ago, but he wasn't mega tall.
What does he look like? What's his description?
Tanika said, and I guess I knew there was a gift. Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of people are scared of tarot, but it's really wonderful things, in my opinion. Even the scary quote unquote cards, such as the devil card, don't mean that card literally. It could represent addiction, etc. Mark, the guy is connected with you. Oh, that's interesting. There's a picture of my uncle, actually. I've got his picture of him, actually, from, well, obviously went after the few, because I think I told you guys as well. Unfortunately, my uncle passed away some weeks ago, and then I went to his funeral about 2 weeks ago. So I do have his eulogy leaflet they give you when somebody passes. This man, wavy hair. Oh, he did have wavy hair. That's interesting. So back to the tarot reading. Points to his chest.
Points to whose chest? Mark's chest or his own chest?
His own chest. He points to his. Do you know, that's fascinating with the tarot cards, because I do remember reading about that. They said, so for example, like you said, the death card doesn't actually mean someone's going to die. It means the ending of something. That's what I read.
Or representation of something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right. A death of the ending of something, or a change in something. It's just not necessarily the negative connotation. And it's very good, actually, that you use that on positive energy. But it's absolutely fascinating that these are all spot on. So you definitely do have a gift there. And do you know, can you translate all the cards? So if you, whatever cards that come up, you know exactly what each card means? Because that's fascinating.
Yeah, I guess you would if she's collects decks and has been doing it for a while.
She said something, Mark, I'm so sorry for your loss. Mark, something heart related. No, unfortunately, yeah, no, my uncle didn't pass away with heart related problems. But
so it could be someone else.
Could be somebody else.
Might not necessarily.
Could be someone else. I think my grandfather died of a heart attack, so it could have been that.
Did he have wavy hair?
No, he had no hair. He was bald.
But when he was younger, he must have had hair.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, wavy hair.
But not in his 60s, or did you know when?
No, he passed away before I was born.
Right.
So I didn't know, unfortunately. That's true. An ending and a transition. Yes, exactly. So that was really, really interesting. So that is interesting as well that you can do that. See how much you learn from people doing that.
For sure.
Aoife also reads tarot as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There we go.
Go.
Wow, look at that. I mean, that's quite a skill. And it's interesting, actually, that you actually collect the tarot cards and reading.
Yeah. I think I am interested in sort of that sort of stuff, but I try not to. I feel like sometimes if you go looking for something or whatever, you can tempt something. So I don't, but it is something I am very interested in, but I don't like to dabble or anything like that. So I don't go searching for anything. But I feel like if you're drawn to something, for sure, like Tanika was drawn to the tarot cards at an age. Yeah. And sometimes, if you're drawn to something, but there's a difference between being drawn and being interested, I think. But I do believe in certain things. Yeah, I just don't veer that way. But yeah, I do believe in.
So the man is only goes to what he is shown. Okay, that's interesting. Obviously, just point to the heart, point to the chest.
Okay,
there we are. But thank you for letting us know. That's interesting for sharing that as well.
It's interesting he's on my side when he is your relative.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting he's sitting on my right shoulder.
Likes you.
He's sitting on my right shoulder, but you're relative. To me. Yeah. I was thinking he was connected to me.
So, moving on as well with the Halloween theme. What has everybody got planned for the weekend this weekend? So, as I said before, just bear in mind, in the UK tomorrow there is a train strike plan. So if anybody has got any plans to go out as well, just bear that in mind. The tubes are running, apparently. London Underground is running, but there is a national rail strike.
Has anybody tried any Halloween themed treats? So like maple this or pumpkin that. Has anybody tried any specialities?
Tanika said, oh, yes, a lot of people are worried about that. I never dabble in such things as Ouija boards, etc.
Yeah.
The cards, as they are always positive.
Yeah.
Or a hard lesson I need to learn. Nothing spooky. So, yeah, I imagine, I don't think I would ever delve in that.
Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
I've known people to have, and I just think it's just, yeah, it's not something that I would ever dabble in. But I because there's so many things that I believe in that is extra that we can't see, things that we can't explain, things that we can't see. So I just tend not to. Yeah.
Oh, so the reason it's come between us because it's showing a connection. Aoife wouldn't do Ouija as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. With that type of thing, there is a horror movie called Ouija.
Yeah.
Ouija, sorry. Is it Ouija? Ouija? Ouija is no.
Mm.
So yeah, there is
yeah.
I think that's what we should do for Halloween. We should watch a horror film and then report back to you guys.
That doesn't sound like my idea of a good time.
Kelly hates horror movies. She absolutely hates horror movies.
Because I feel like some of them are based in truth. You know, like the Hammer House of Horrors and things like that.
Yeah, but they're of its day, aren't they? It's not something. Oh, so Aoife said the cards are used to interpret and able should not. Cards are used to interpret. The problem is the thing is actually quite a distance. My eyesight isn't as good as it was, and should not be something to fear. So basically, yeah, it's like I say, and that's the thing. It's your interpretation.
Yeah.
Or how you interpret it, what the cards are telling you.
Yeah.
Is that what's that say? I use a pendulum. Oh, you use a pen. Okay.
Yeah, a pendulum.
Pendulum. That's it, not pendulum. Yeah, but you're not in for that though. Doing that.
No, I feel like people's minds can run wild a bit too much, and I think that sometimes when I'm watching certain things, my mind works overtime, and I also think that it's not. Yeah, I don't like to be and watch negative things. I don't mind watching actions and thrillers and stuff like that, but I'm not into watching anything that will put me in a negative way. I'm always watching something that puts me in a positive way.
Well, funny enough, because actually that's what I think Tanika's saying as well. She's only going to, and Aoife is only dealing with that positive energy, which is good as well. Yeah. I think there is a lot to be said for that, actually. I mean, even medical trials have shown that if you do have a positive outlook and positive, I say vibes, but that positive mentality, it does make a difference. It really has a huge effect on your health,
particularly your mental, good vibes,
particularly your mental health.
Yeah. So I try not to. Don't get me wrong. There's so many things that we could think of negatively. Yeah. So many. There are so many things that I could say. Oh my God, this, and this. However, I also see the flip side. Well, actually, it is this, and this. My glass is always half full. I never.
Yes, that's true.
I never take something and look at it negatively. And I feel like sometimes when something brings you down a little bit, sometimes you can obsess about that little thing. And I think if you're able to flip that and just move on, like to something more positive, like I feel like for every negative thought that you have, you should face it with like 5 positive things. And I think that's a way to switch to have a more positive outlook in life. And I'm a true believer in what you put out, you get back. I'm a true believer in that.
And as you've got to say, Kelly is a very, very positive person. Tanika said there is definitely more to life than just the 3D, but I find it very comforting, especially when I've had, I won't say because I don't want to put you to trouble, in the past, in a certain capital city, there will be really open your eyes to things in a good way. But I don't promote it, of course. Each to their own. And as for horror movies, I don't watch them normally, but will at Halloween. That's just like me. Do you know what? I used to watch them before, but I only watch them around Halloween now. Have you seen the new film Smile? I'd like to watch that. I've seen it advertised. I did want to watch that. The one I did really want to watch was the lady from what was it? It was called was it The Two of Us, The Fear of Us, or something like that? I forget what it was called. It's about a family that go into this sort of hut, and I've forgotten what it was called. That was going to bug me now. I'll find it, but I haven't seen Smile, but I might watch that as my little Halloween treat.
Is it Smile, but they are smiling, but it's like a terrified.
Yeah, Smile. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what it's about. I haven't read the reviews on it or anything, but I will want to I will have a little look at that. But I did see that advertised, Tanika, so it might be something interesting to watch. By the way, did you have any more thoughts about your asking for your pay rise and promotion?
Yes. Do you know what? I was thinking about you the other day, and I was thinking about there's no room in this, and I was thinking, what ways could you sort of, because sometimes people want to act like they don't know what you're talking about.
Aoife
And I don't like that.
Aoife says sometimes the pendulum and cards represent our own subconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, yes, because you're obviously your interpretation. You interpret it how you feel.
But when you're holding the pendulum, because the crystal is at the end, and some people use it for when the pendulum says yes or no. So if there was a lady that was going to have a look at houses on TV, and she was using a pendulum in each property to see if it says yes or no. And the presenter just thought, and I could see the presenter just wanted to think that she was that. But the thing is, if that's what you believe, and don't get me wrong, if that was me and that was what I believed in, kind of thing, I would have done exactly the same as she did, which is you hold your pendulum, and if the pendulum, there was one house that she saw and she liked it, but when she used the pendulum, it said no, and so she didn't. I don't know what property she went for. What was that in there? That was on a Place in the Sun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She used a pendulum.
She used a pendulum, yeah. And but you can use pendulums for different things, depending on what the pendulum. But for her specific one that she had was to say yay or nay.
Do you know what? Funny enough, many years ago, when I was renting with my flatmates, we have one woman moved into our place that we'd advertised on. This is going back years ago, and that's what she did. She went round and she clapped. I remember in her room and the corners of all the room, and she burnt something. I don't know if it was sage or something like that in the corners of the room, and she put salt in the corners of the room as well. So I said, "What are you doing?" And she just explained, "Oh, I'm just
she's either
negative energy."
Cleansing the room.
Yeah, that's what she was doing. So I was asking. I thought, all right, okay, fair enough.
But salt will, it sort of disrupts.
Yeah, please do with that up. I'm joking. It was her room, but yeah, that was doing that. So I do remember that. I always remember that. I couldn't underfathom what, because I heard this clapping. I thought, what's she doing? She said, I said, "You're right."
I don't know the clapping part. I don't know that, but I do know of the salt and the sage. But the clapping, I don't know much about that.
I was thinking sage and onion. Yeah. So, well, Smile might be one that we watch.
That's what Shanita on Married at First Sight. She burns sage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that's what he was saying. Oh, you're when he was taking when he was joking with her, and he's saying, she's going, you in these tea bags. He goes, well, my tea bags represent getting rid of the negative spirits, like when you burn the sage. And she was like,
right, okay. So she was using it in there.
She was, but yeah, she burned sage. Yeah.
So we've been catching up with Married at First Sight. We are nearly there. We've got one more episode to go before we catch up.
No, we're caught up.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, we are caught up.
We are caught up. We are caught up. So,
really, Whitney?
I know Alicia's watching Married at First Sight. So what are we thinking, guys? First of all, do you guys watch it is the first thing. And I guess my question is, who's the northern guy that comes from Selby who spoke about he doesn't want the horse legs? He doesn't want
that guy. I've forgotten his name.
Anyway,
he's from Yorkshire.
Yeah. What do we think of that guy?
See, I like him. He's just blunt. No update on work yet. I'm still waiting on the meeting, but hopefully I'll set it for next week.
Yeah.
Excellent. Be positive.
Yeah.
And remember, know your worth.
Yeah.
Definitely know your worth. Another thing I was thinking, actually, Tanika, which you might benefit you as well, is if you sort of research how much somebody would get paid roughly around your area. If it's more, you can use that as an example.
That's what I was saying to her.
Yeah.
In the last one. Yeah. But yeah. So. Sorry,
back to maths.
Maths, yeah. So what do we think? I forget his name. And what do we think of Tom? The one who who just like mouths off at every. What do we think of him?
Tanika said, yeah, and yesterday's episode was entertaining. Am I the only one who thinks it was bad of Thomas for wanting to stay after the patience Adrian had for him? Oh, I have to catch up with the guy from York. All right, well, yeah, we won't want to ruin too much. Oh, you thought it was bad. You thought it was bad, Thomas wanting to stay.
For writing stay. No, Thomas didn't write stay though, did he?
He wrote
leave. And
we just ruined that though.
Oh right, okay. And it was Adrian. I'll have to put that in the spoilers. And it was Adrian that wanted to stay. But the thing is, like with Thomas, I like now. What I'm going to say is quite controversial. I like Thomas, and I just think he's very misunderstood, and I think that for him, he's like a very tactile person and all that. And I can see why it would be difficult to be in a relationship where somebody else is not tactile. So you get to the point of thinking, well, is this person actually interested in me or not? And so I can understand. And he would have written stay if it hadn't been for his parents.
You know, I was just thinking that he just followed his parents' advice to the letter. Whatever his parents said, he would have done.
Yeah. And I think Thomas would have held on, but it then begs the question, because like he goes, oh, I just need a bit of affection, like I cuddle in bed. Now Adrian's not even cuddling him in bed, so I feel like that is quite. Do you know what I mean? Because even then you would doubt yourself. You're thinking, right, well, we haven't been intimate, and I'm not saying that they should or shouldn't be intimate or whatever, because everybody has their own time frame, their own thing, and whatever. And I wasn't sure if Adrian was interested in Thomas or not. It was only because he said no. He is interested, but it's just that what he doesn't want. And because Thomas is that kind of person, you know, Thomas flares up and then he walks off. And I'm guessing that Adrian doesn't want that, where they become intimate and then Thomas gets upset about something and he walks off. And I feel like he's very quite protective and precious of his feelings. But I mean, quite rightly so, if I was Thomas, I would have thought, well, does he actually like me? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and then it was almost like he was in two minds, and then he needed the confirmation from his parents. Well, it was only his mum that was talking, to be quite honest.
Tanika said, yes, I agree. I like Thomas too overall, but I think he could become a little draining as a partner.
I agree.
Do you think Adrian is into him as more than a friend? Do you know what? With Thomas, I've got to say, if I, as a partner, yeah, that's a draining thing. I've got to say, if I was his manager, I would be an absolute nightmare to manage him. He would just be really would. Someone who kicks off at the slightest thing.
I think with Thomas, and I feel like he's very misunderstood, because I think, as Adrian does, he's had to defend himself. I don't know if you've ever watched Madonna's interviews, right? But Madonna does these interviews, and if anybody says anything, she just claps back. But she feels she's had to defend everything. Now, I don't agree with everything Madonna does, but I feel like Thomas has probably faced a lot of things growing up, and having to defend the fact that, I'm assuming that he's gay and that he likes to be flamboyant, and sometimes I feel like he does things in order to antagonize people, to make them say something, so he can say, I knew I was right, I knew it, you were going to say this, you're going to say that about me, and I'm not going to have it, blah blah blah. And so the only way that he knows how to defend himself is to just clap back. And let me tell you something about Thomas. Once he claps up, he's annihilating you, and that is it. You say one word and I will annihilate you. Boom, done.
So I don't think he does annihilate. You know, I think what his thing is just to shout at you, and then before you get your chance to retort, he walks away.
I think but before he never walked away. He only walks away now because Adrian has been talking to him and Adrian wants him to be calm. But Thomas doesn't have that. It doesn't happen overnight for someone to be calm. It doesn't. It doesn't happen. It's going to take time. And at the moment, the only way that he can cope with not exploding is to walk away. And it's not the. I'm not saying that that's the correct way because it isn't the correct way, but he doesn't possess the skills as yet to sit down calmly and then say what he's got to say because he's so used to being pent up and exploding.
Yeah, and doing that way as well. It's very difficult actually to deal with somebody that who just explodes.
Yeah.
So somebody basically who doesn't think or reacts first before they think. It's very, very difficult. Aoife said, I love your lives. Oh, thank you. She said, I miss 4 in a bed.
Back y'all. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Andrea. We're just talking about maths.
Married at First Sight UK.
Yeah. I think that
4 in a bed. That was the is that was still going though? I'm sure.
I thought it was still going.
Yeah, is that still going?
They go to visit all the
hotels, bed and
breakfast
or the hotels, that they do. I do like it because some of the commentary is so bitchy. It really is when they write that. I'm going to give you a 2 out of 10, and it's something really, really petty. I found one single hair on something, and that's it. You think, yeah, but you can't clear everything.
I think that with, I feel with Thomas, yeah, you just have to know how to speak to him, and I think, I would be able to have a conversation with him, but I feel that when what was it? Is Sophie her name? The one that goes out with the one that is with the Northern guy?
Yeah.
I think because she commented on something last night and he just clapped back, but because he was wound up by Whitney and April, she got the brunt of that, and he didn't mean what he said to her, but he just clapped back, and because she was just going to sit there and take, and she was so like, oh my God, I only said one thing. And she started crying. He then walks off. But if I was that girl, I would have gone after him later on and said, look, I'm not being da-da-da-da. This is how I feel. And then you need to catch him at the right time. Talking while he was angry with Whitney in April is not the right time to talk to him. Not the right time at all. So what do we think about Kwame?
Right, so we don't want to be careful before we do spoiler alerts because some of them Aoife hasn't checked them out yet.
No, she hasn't checked out the
latest one, so that will reveal.
No, the Northern guy.
No, okay. So we'll do a spoiler. Oh no, hang on. Aoife said I need to get the Christmas booze in for this week as I'm on alone for a 4th Christmas. Oh no!
Oh, it's a shame you don't go. You don't want to go spend it with the fam.
Because you got your brothers, haven't you?
Yeah, your brothers and your mum and dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your parents, I think.
Yeah, because I know your brothers are. Because sometimes your brothers are around, aren't they, when you're watching the live? What was I going to say? So, has anybody had to do that? Has anyone had to deal with somebody like Thomas, somebody who basically just snaps and then walks away?
Like 0 to 100.
Yeah, 0 to 100 like that. If so, what are your tips for dealing with somebody who's like that? Do you have to deal with something like in your personal life, in your work life, or if you've got a family member who is like that? How would you deal with someone who just snaps and walks away? So I'm going to Aoife, I'm going to try and spend Christmas and New Year alone. Oh, you want to?
Oh, okay. Yeah, girl, do your thing.
Yeah. Oh, your parents are divorced. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, do your thing, girl.
Yeah, what do you want to enjoy? But only do it if you want to do it. Don't force yourself to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Boys are your dad's
for Christmas.
Yeah,
okay, and you don't want to join them, I guess. Yeah. So what?
Difficult people like that. It's very difficult to. Actually, it's very, very difficult to deal with someone like that who snaps and then walks away. It's very, very difficult. I've read all kinds of books on how to deal with certain types of people. All from like passive aggressive people to like I said, very awkward people that snap. But that's difficult when you've got somebody who just won't engage. It's very, very difficult then to deal with them. The only way you can do it really is just let them go.
You have to let them go and then talk to them at a time when they've had time to process.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at the time that they're clapping, or they're clapping back, they're not processing the situation, because something somewhere along the line they've had to defend themselves. So when they are in that mood of defend, you're gonna get your attack. And it's that. So you've got to let them go and sort of gather themselves, and then speak to them at a time when they've had time to process the situation.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
How are you? You didn't do your live yesterday. Dad and drink. Hell no. All right,
Oh dear.
If that's the case, then yeah, you're best off doing that. 684 followers.
Wow.
Well done, Charlie.
Well done to you.
Do you like our little? We've got a little pumpkin thing there, so we're getting ready for Halloween. We've got our pumpkin mugs, so we're ready to go. And obviously, Kelly's got her pumpkin ears on as well. There you are. Look at those. Very, very nice. Are they Loungefly?
No.
No, I thought they were, but they're not.
No, these are just normal. I'm feeling for the plaque, because they normally do a little plaque there, but there's no plaque.
Oh, right, I see. Well, that's another one Aoife's saying. So Dad is not mouthy, but in booze, he is vicious and utterly headstrong.
Okay, so stay at home.
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
And do your thing.
Always take yourself out of a toxic situation. That's the best thing. Or avoid it completely.
Yeah.
Yes, Charlie, you've got your another live plan. Are you going to do another one?
Do you know what? I'm feeling a roast, you know.
Oh, what now?
That is just totally off topic, but I'm thinking.
Yes, because of Charlie. Because of your videos, Charlie. We like your roast videos.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm thinking roast potatoes. And then if I was going carvery, it's different. But if I'm at home, I'm thinking I've got steak in the fridge. You know, roast potatoes, mashed potato. Ooh.
Yeah, something there. It's something we could have tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
I was going to say
stuffing.
maybe not now, but I'm only looking over there because the clock's on the wall. Yeah, so you're going to have that. You want to have that. What? I knew it was Charlie you were thinking of that because of his videos.
No, I don't know. It just popped into my mind.
Funny enough, when Charlie comes in, I always think of his videos. He'll do his football ones, his gaming ones, or the ones like the Premier Inn or the Carvery. Those are the ones. Oh, you did do your live. I didn't see your live.
It didn't pop up on my thing.
No, it didn't.
I suppose maybe. Did you do that today?
No, 2 days ago, he said.
Oh, right.
Oh, so you did it on a Wednesday. Because you were doing your lives on a Thursday.
We wouldn't have even caught it on a Thursday. We were out anyway. So last night we went out with your brother and Siobhan, didn't we?
We did actually. We went out for a meal last night. Very, very nice. Thank you, Ben and Siobhan.
Very nice. Thank you.
So yeah, we went for it was at a Greek restaurant.
Yeah, Mediterranean restaurant.
Mediterranean,
yeah.
sorry, I beg your pardon.
And what did you have?
I had the salmon with the mash, which was very nice, and something called, which I can't pronounce, just Laki's.
No, you didn't have souvlaki.
Not souvlaki. What's the
gambas?
Gambas, that's it.
In garlic batter you had
No. What's the like coriander and
tabbouleh.
Yeah, tabbouleh. That's
tabbouleh. Yeah. I love the tabbouleh. I had lamb steak with chips. And mine comes with a salad, but I asked them to swap it out for tabbouleh.
Oh, so Aoife's going to be having. I will be ready to cook roasties and powdered potatoes and long stem broccoli and gravy. What are you going to have with all of that? Are you just having the vegetables? Or are you going to have something else with it?
A protein. What protein?
Yeah, I'm picturing boiled sausages. I know you like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I know Aoife likes a boiled sausages.
That's what I was thinking.
And with your little gravy as well. Very, very nice.
Yeah. Hi, Keegan.
Hello, Keegan. How are you?
How are you? Are you well?
You've been watching your brother's lives.
Yeah, I saw you in the background of his first live.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, because I think, Charlie, you started your live really early. So you went off to, I think you went off to get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And then Keegan was there in the background. So we saw Keegan in the live. Oh, you're buying it ready to cook, says Aoife.
Right, okay. I'm just thinking, I don't even know what to have for dinner. I am hungry. I don't know what I'm going to have though.
So Charlie and Keegan, what's going to be? Well, I said you're going to be doing your next video. Is it going to be
pork sausages boiled?
There you go. You see, I knew it would be boiled sausages. Nice one though. I know you like them. Yeah, what's your next review going to be? Are you going to be doing another Carvery? Are you going to be doing another Premier Inn hotel? Be interesting to see. And yeah, we will try and catch up with your live. Yeah, he said good. So
Oh,
he said it was
good.
good to see you actually on the live.
Yeah.
Eva said, buying ready to cook meals. Oh, I see. So it's all going to be ready cooked. Saves you a bit of time actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know your brother's Keegan.
Yeah,
we know your brother's Keegan. We saw him on your live when you did your live. You were in there for a little bit, right at the beginning of it, because you were answering questions, I think, on people on your live.
I did. Yeah, you didn't even. The next time I'm on your live, I want you to chat and like say what you're doing, say what you're gonna do, say what's in the future, and you know like what you've got planned and all of that. So that'd be quite good. I'm having a little.
I know. So this is one of Kelly's favourites. You know, she's not even going to show you. So these are M&S chocolate cornflakes as well. Now, I'm not a big fan of chocolate cornflakes, but you love them.
I was showing them earlier on, and you were going batting me away.
No, because I don't want them.
No, when I was showing them.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Because I was trying to read comments. That was why. Keegan says, "What do you do for Halloween?" So that's a very good question. We're a bit too old to trick or treat. But we do, so we are going to be doing, like I say, our usual live with the Halloween stream. We will probably have trick-or-treaters, so we'll be answering the door to the trick-or-treaters. But we'll definitely have to do some form of live for Halloween. Tanika said, I'm having chipolata chicken wrap tonight with some sweet chili chorizo. Do you guys cook the same meals in the week? It's hard to think of new ideas for something. Do you know what? That is so true. I'm going to be honest with you, Tanika. So what I tend to do now, what we tend to do, because I'm working from home, I will cook at like my lunch break. So I will have something to eat at lunch break, and I'll cook a relatively large meal at home. And then I have something very light in the evening because I just don't have time. I finish work quite late as well. So I just tend to have something really, really late. In the past, I used to have something quite heavy, and that's how I started to put on weight and everything. So to keep my weight down, that's what I do. So I'll probably have a large lunch. I skip breakfast and I have a very light dinner. But yeah, I do hear your pain. I get very boring and have the same thing for lunch each day because it just saves. Long stem broccoli, carrots, runner beans, tin beans, and peas is what Aoife's having.
If I'm in the mood to cook, and I'm not always in the mood to cook, so while Mark's brother and Siobhan are here, I'll cook in the evenings. So I cook us dinners.
Yes, Tanika, you're never too old to have fun. You go trick-or-treating. That is true. That is our motto. We're never too old to have fun. I would love to see people's face if I knocked on the door and then said trick-or-treat.
Can you imagine dressed as the Crow?
They'll be looking down for kids. No, there's no kids. It's just me. Cause trick or treat. What do you reckon they'd say? Keegan said, "Oh, I went to do football. What did you play, or did you watch the game? Or were you doing it on PlayStation?"
Can you imagine if we went to people's doors? You were dressed as the Crow, and I was dressed as Harlequin with a bat, and we were there going trick or treat.
And then you wave the bat.
Yeah.
Do you want to do treat? Let's see what they would say.
That would be crazy.
Eva said, I can't wait to do shopping day. Sausage spuds, pork chops, gravy. I don't have apple sauce. You can actually buy it in jars, can't you? The apple sauce.
You can make it or buy it.
Yeah, you can make it or buy it. It's probably easier to buy it. Charlie did this. Yeah, 3 days ago you did the live stream. So you did it on the Wednesday, or did you do it Tuesday?
Must have been the same day as what you did it the same day as we did the live. Did you do it after or before?
He said, I played you both played football 6 p.m. Oh, it's a football game. Oh, you actually played it. How did you get on? Did you do well? Did you score? Or are you goalkeeper? That's interesting, actually. I've not played football for years.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy playing it. I really miss playing it, actually. It's one of those things, guys, if you, Charlie and Keegan, whoever else plays, do keep playing it because it's something I really miss. Eva said, Kelly, turn... Oh, sorry, I can't read that. Oh, turn on Leap Castle. Watch TV with the headset, virtual headset. That's the scariest place in Ireland.
No, but thank you. Thank you for the thing, but no.
There we are. Exactly, Tanika. And she said, I think if someone knocked on my door with no kids for trick or treat, I'd be really scared. Can you imagine us two? Trick or treat.
He's dressed as the Crow, you know, so his face is all white with black lips and all of this. With he's and I'm there with a bat, dressed as Harlequin. Trick or treat.
Oh, well done, Charlie. Charlie scored 2 goals.
Wow, wow, wow.
Nice one.
Nice,
Oh, Keegan,
yeah.
you're a keeper. The reason why I say that is I used to be a goalkeeper when I used to play. So I was a goalkeeper for many years. Love playing goalkeeper. One of the hardest positions to play as well. You know how it is, Keegan. If one of the other players makes a mistake, it's fine. If you make a mistake as a goalkeeper, it's a goal. So for me, it's the most important position on the pitch.
And tell them who you met. What goalkeeper?
Oh, I met Peter Shilton, which is one of England's former goalkeepers back in the 1990 World Cup. Oh, yeah, even said, stream buffering. Yeah, unfortunately, we have had internet problems recently, actually. Now, we thought we'd be in the living room. The other reason we wanted to do the living room is because upstairs, our Wi-Fi router's down there, right down in the corner there. So we thought it would get a much better signal here. But I have noticed it can be quite robotic. Yeah. But upstairs, it struggles sometimes.
I do think I need a better laptop as well. So I will at some point get a better laptop.
Oh, Keegan's got to go. Bye, Keegan.
Bye, Keegan. Have a good rest of the week.
Enjoy,
have a good weekend.
Charlie, yeah, about 17 years old. Oh, you're at 17. Oh, wow, okay. And you're still playing football, which is good. That's good to see, actually. Especially if your brother's a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
My birthday. Oh, your birthday's the 1st of December.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
How do you find having your birthday so close to Christmas? Do you mind it, or is it great? Because you can have one present and then 24 days later you get another one. Kelly, cis figure, League Castle is only scary in person. So yeah, if you did it virtually, you might be all right.
I don't know if you heard my conversation earlier of I try not to see those things and all of that, and I like to be on a positive note, and going to visit a haunted castle in person or virtually is not for me on a positive positive way.
Keegan's back. He said my birthday is near Halloween, so it's really close.
Oh, wow.
Your birthday's coming up. So you're going to birthday, what, in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you going to have for your birthday? What do you want to do?
Do you have anything planned?
And you're going to have a Halloween party. Do you know what? It's interesting, actually. I don't know, because your cousin's birthday's on Christmas Day.
No, he's 24th.
The 24th. So imagine that. You get presents on the 24th and the 25th.
Well, they're like he said from a very early age, he wants 2 presents. Why should he get one? Because a lot of people go, oh, yeah, this is your birthday present. And it's true. A lot of people get cheated. Unless it's a super expensive thing. I'm not saying, sorry, not a super expensive, but unless it's an expensive thing, you should get 2 presents.
In 2 weeks' time, says Keegan. So, well, hopefully you'll be on the live and we can wish you a happy birthday. Tanika said, I forgot to tell you guys, my sister went out to eat the other evening and the order was wrong. Completely different meal. And the waiter shrugged his shoulders and said, it'll have to do. Oh, you are joking. Where is it? Are you going to, well, actual fact, to be fair, you don't have to name and shame. But that is shocking. I have never, ever, ever known anyone refuse to do something when it's the wrong food.
If there is a restaurant that you can go to, which is like one of those restaurants where they do it on purpose. They complain on purpose and things like that. And it's a thing. So did she go to one of those themed restaurants, or he was actually genuine? I would have got up and left.
Well, listen to this. It gets worse. She complained to management, who took 90 minutes to come over to her. Was this an independent restaurant? So like, you know, a person owned, or was it a chain? So if you don't want to name the chain, Charlie said, "Oh, you're 18 this year." Oh, wow.
Wow.
Eva said, anyone who is into boiling pork sausages, please boil for 25 minutes. There you are, cooking tip. So, funny enough, when I put sausages in the oven for you. I do them for 25 minutes.
I wouldn't boil sausages, but yeah, it'd be in the oven for like.
So she left a really bad review online and definitely won't be back.
Oh, she didn't pay the money though for the food, right?
Or did she? Did she pay?
Did
or
she?
walk
Did
out?
she eat the food or pay for the food? Listen. There's no. First of all, when I call management, there's no way I would wait 90 minutes. That's the first thing. After about 20 minutes, I would have got up and I would say, look, if the manager's not coming, bye.
Aoife said, you're 45 in January.
Oh, wow.
January the 12th. So again, if you're around at the live, let us know. We'll wish you a happy birthday. Look at all these birthdays around here.
I know.
Is it Cancer? No, what? No, not Cancer. Sagittarius?
Is it Aquarius in January or Aries? I think it's either Aquarius or Aries in January. Sagittarius in December.
Keegan, I think, is going to be a Virgo. Or will he be a? I'm not sure. I'm terrible with star signs.
It depends because he could be a Scorpio. So it depends.
Eva said night birthday, 20 to 12, so allows you 20 minutes for a birthday. Well, you got the whole day. You got the whole day. I know it's a short day, but you got the whole day. Tanika said, I couldn't believe it either. No idea what made the waiter react like that. Maybe having a bad day.
Yeah.
Do you know what though, Tanika? The other thing, he's in Highbury in Islington, that a pub that also serves food. I wondered that. I'll tell you why. Because if it's independent, I'm not saying they don't take it seriously, but if it's a chain, you can always go on their Twitter account, their whatever website, and you can leave a complaint. So they're more likely, head office will more likely to deal with it. But if it's independent, you are dealing with that individual owner. So if the individual owner doesn't care, the best thing you can do is what you've done is just leave a bad review. There we are. Keegan might go trick or treating. Why not? Enjoy.
Wait, what date's his birthday?
He said at the end of in 2 weeks' time, at the end of October. He didn't give a specific date.
Who said that it was?
21st of October, said Charlie. So the 21st.
It could be, it could be what do you call it? Could be Scorpio then.
Tanika said, so she didn't pay. Oh, good.
Good. Yeah, you get up and you walk out. If they're not bothered, why should you be? She was good to stay for 90 minutes, as far as I'm concerned.
It's telling you to restart. Don't want to restart now?
No, not now.
Do you want to do restart tonight? So what are our star signs? So I was born in May, so I am a Taurian. Kelly was born in November, so she is a Scorpio.
Yes.
The sting in the tail.
Yes, baby.
Aoife's Capricorn, so a goat. What about you? What are you? I think you've restarted it.
I haven't restarted it. I said tonight.
There we go. Narrow that down.
There we go.
We can see. Oh, Keegan will be 13.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, amazing. Oh, wow. 13 years old. You'll be a teenager.
Yeah.
You'll be entering teenager, Keegan. You will become a teenager.
Yeah, I think Aoife is it's an A. It's either Aquarius or Aries. I always get mixed up with the Aquarians are very, very clever.
Yeah.
So I can never remember if it's Aquarian. I think it is Aquarian.
Eva said I have to check one, but there.
Hey, a new subscriber.
Oh, Mona Marie.
Is it Mona? Are we pronouncing that correct?
She loves your ears.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, lovely to see you. How are you, by the way?
And welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for joining, and thank you for subscribing. We love having new subscribers. So we're doing one of our little build up to Halloween.
Yeah. So I've got a load of sort of themed ears, and as we are in October, I think I may have enough now to wear one, a thingy one every a Halloween themed one every week. I think.
So yeah, we were just talking about what we're talking about. Obviously, just talking about the Halloween part as well. What people's star signs are, and are they the typical star sign? Is
your name Monet or is it Mona? Am I pronouncing that? I'm good, thank you. I'm excited for
Halloween and Christmas. Funny enough, we were just talking about that as well, what we were going to do for Christmas. Whether or not you have ever had Christmas in the sun as well. So we did it in Mauritius. It was absolutely fantastic, but it does not feel like Christmas. But we are looking forward to the Halloween break coming up.
It's the first one you said. So Mona, yeah.
Mona, there we are.
Right.
Oh, Aoife was born on a Thursday.
She so.
Oh, 2023 must be a leap year. Is that right?
I don't know. I'll have to have a look. And my mum was saying today that we're going to get another bank holiday because they're going to do King Charles's coronation.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, that is actually coming up. But apparently it's going to be really low key.
But we're going to
That'll be next year, though. That's next year.
Yeah. Apparently, that's when we're getting the extra holiday.
What we're doing tomorrow, we don't know yet. Actually, there's a train strike.
Yeah,
there's a train strike, which always ruins our plans. So Kelly and I like to go into the centre. As you know, if you watch our videos, we love doing food reviews. So we wanted to go into London and do some food reviews. We were supposed to go last weekend and do food reviews, but we couldn't to the train strike. And again, we may go somewhere and film it.
We may do, yes.
So we will see how it goes. There is somewhere local, not too far from us, which I think you guys will enjoy. So we're going to look to do that, film it, and hopefully we can put it on if we can do that.
So it is Monet. Okay, I got it right.
Oh yeah, and Eva saying she is going to try and come to the UK for her birthday.
Oh wow! Wow, yeah, because she did say.
Yeah, you did say
she would like to meet up with us on her birthday. So yeah. We'll have to see.
No, it's the second one.
Monet.
Monet,
yeah.
That's a beautiful name, actually. It's
lovely.
A very, very nice
Lovely.
Name. There you go. Look at that, Charlie saying hello already. Welcome to board.
Welcome.
So yeah, that's what we're going to look to. We're going to look to try and do as well. We desperately want to do a few more food reviews to show you guys as well. There's one place I really, really, really want to go to, and Kelly, but I will keep that a little secret until we go.
Yeah, we'll keep it a little secret. But I think your brother might come with us.
Yeah.
And maybe Siobhan as well. Maybe.
Yeah. So we will see. We will see. Yeah. So Monet, thank you so much for subscribing. It's really nice to have a new subscriber come and watch this. I hope you've been enjoying our videos as well. We've got loads more to come do. We've got a whole backlog we're supposed to be doing as well, so we will upload those as well.
Yeah, I was meant to do some today, but I did a TikTok earlier. Not a TikTok. Well, I did a TikTok earlier, but for some reason, because TikTok have changed their algorithms, so the TikToks that I'm doing at the moment they're not getting that many views, but the shorts that I do on YouTube, so you would have seen last night when we went out for dinner.
Yeah.
You would, if you keep up with our shorts, that is, you would have seen that I had the lamb steak with chips and tabbouleh. I really love tabbouleh. I think it just tastes so delicious. And you had salmon and mash, and you also had the prawns in the garlic butter, which was really good. And then Siobhan had bread with the balsamic vinegar.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh, Monet might be going to South Africa.
Oh, wow.
For Christmas. First time. And yes, I'm loving your content. Oh, thank you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Do you know what? My late uncle, actually, he went to South Africa and he said it was the best place he'd ever been to.
Oh, really? That's because he never went to Mauritius.
Well, South Africa, he said it was absolutely beautiful. He said it was an amazing place to visit too as well. So have you been before?
No, I think she says it's her first time, for the first time.
Oh, for the first time. So I didn't read that part. Yeah, it was the first time. So you haven't been before. Oh, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic time. You have to tell us about it in one of the lives when you come back. We'll really be looking forward to hearing about that as well. We love listening to people's holidays.
Yeah.
And what they got up to. And your recommendations, for anybody that's thinking of visiting.
Yeah. True. Yeah. So if you let us know how the holiday was and things like that, that'd be quite cool, because it'd be quite nice to know. You know what I mean, how it was and how you found it and all of that type of stuff. And if you're going there for Christmas, how you feel when you get up on Christmas Day. Is that you're going to be there on Christmas Day, right? So, like, how are you going to feel when you wake up and it's hot? Like for us, when we woke up and it was hot, it was strange for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
but I really enjoyed it. I liked waking up. I didn't mind. I liked that there was no pressure to, I have to go in the kitchen and get this done or
and
do that
cook and all of
and
that.
cook and things like that. I mean, I don't really cook a lot at Christmas anyway, but I do a roasted salmon. Because normally my mum will do the cooking if we're going over to my mum's. So she'll do a pork and a lamb, potatoes and all of that. Sometimes I'll do a mash and a salmon, and then what's the other thing? Yeah, that's the two things. That
Lil Lim has joined us from Brazil.
Hi,
Hello.
welcome. Oh wow, from Brazil.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Amazing.
How is the weather in Brazil? I bet it's absolutely beautiful and warm. We were just talking about actually spending Christmas in the warm as well, so in the heat as well. So I was going to say, if you're in Brazil, because it's Southern Hemisphere, Christmas would be in the warm. So lovely for you to join us. Lovely to see us. And hello.
Thank you for being on. And yes, let us know, how do you celebrate Christmas in Brazil?
Monet, how are you going to celebrate Christmas in South Africa?
Here
Yes, we'll do. I'm excited because it's not a place I hear people talking about. And
true.
yes, I will be there for Christmas. It'll be the first sunny Christmas. Apparently, the Nando's is the best there. You go for Nando's.
Nando's there?
I didn't know
You
that.
don't want to have Nando's when you're there.
Well, why not? If it's the best.
Well, yeah, that is true. If it's the best.
I've got to say, actually. Oh, and Keegan's got 16 subscribers. Nice one.
Wow.
Good start.
Good start.
Yes, Charlie, we will watch a horror film. I am going to watch a horror film. You're right. It is Halloween, you know. Yeah, Monet, I think you would really like it. So Kelly and I went to Mauritius, we were saying 4 or 5 years ago. And it's strange. It is very, very strange waking up in a very hot climate on Christmas Day. But I've got to say, it's so relaxing. One of the things I don't like about Christmas is it's always cold and wet and rainy in this country. So the fact that you can get out and go outside is just amazing. I love that fact. We were sitting on the beach. Like Kelly said, we arranged to have massages on Christmas Day because that's what the hotel did. So if you can, treat yourself. If you're going to a hotel, treat yourself to a massage on Christmas Day. You deserve it.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, she said, yeah, I need to compare. Are you going to be staying in a hotel, or is it going to be something like an apartment or an Airbnb or something like that? We stayed in a hotel. We had, I think that holiday we had 18 nights. So we stayed 18 nights in Mauritius, and we were there for Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
And we had massages on Christmas Day, massages on New Year's Day.
I had a lot of massages.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of massages during that holiday. I went with my brother, my sister-in-law, my nephews, my mum, and my best friend. And we were all there. We all stayed in a hotel. We had 3 rooms. And it was just really nice to like be on the beach. It was, and do you know what it was? It was really nice to be with my family. Do you know what I mean? And we just had a lovely time together. I mean, we've got relatives that drove down to visit us and stuff like that. But it was lovely on Christmas Day to wake up and not have to do anything, not have to worry about cooking or getting somewhere on time or whatever. You could just get dressed, come down for dinner after spending the day on the beach and having your massages and stuff like that, being around the pool. Later on, you go back to your room, you have a shower, you get ready, you come downstairs for, do you know what I mean, for the meal and all that. It was just so nice.
Monet said hotel, and one of my family members have bought a big house, so we will be staying with them too.
Wow!
I love the fact that Monet's going all the way to South Africa to sample the Nando's.
She said it's just to compare.
Well, I know, but I think that's brilliant. I think that's so cool because that is exactly what we would do. Just say we would try. So when we were in Mauritius, true or not, you went to KFC.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So Kelly could try what the KFC was like in Mauritius compared to the UK.
But to be fair, I've had KFC before because I went, early 2000. And I tried. My mum got an apartment that she got a villa, and so obviously in the villa that meant we weren't going out to restaurants and stuff like that. And like a lot of my family obviously would cook and stuff like that, and I was worried that maybe my stomach wouldn't be okay with some of the foods or the water and stuff like that. So I got food from restaurant, and the reason why I had the KFC, and I'll tell you, it was the first KFC and the first Pizza Hut to open in Mauritius.
Oh, okay.
At that time, so that was early 2000s. So they had never had a KFC and they had never had a Pizza Hut before, and it was the first time. Now you can get fast food in Mauritius, but that was the first time, and that's why I got it. And I bought like packs of croissants and things like that, so I could have breakfast in the morning. And yeah.
Keegan's got to go. Bye, Keegan.
Bye, Keegan.
Yeah, and Monet was saying, stress-free, just relax, focus on yourself. Do you know what?
And family, exactly.
I really do recommend that, actually. That's the first time I've been able to really sort of sit back, relax, because, you know, you could, the hot weather.
Yeah.
The massage helped, obviously, but it's something that really helps you just really declutter your mind. You know, that sound of the waves, the ocean, that was just absolutely fantastic.
It was amazing. And the weather, it was just a different mindset. And to be able to spend 18 nights, because you don't get many holidays. Most holidays that you go on is like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people's holidays is a week.
Yeah.
So to have 18 nights, which was 19 days, to be in a lovely hot country. We had a nice room. It wasn't so because my brother and my sister-in-law and the kids, they had never been to as nice a hotel as the one that we stayed in. But the year prior, we went and we stayed in another hotel, and I really liked the other hotel that we stayed in. And so we were kind of spoiled. And then when we got to this hotel equally was nice, but in my opinion, just wasn't as nice as the other one.
Well, so yeah. Oh, Charlie's asked you, what's your favourite place in England? Charlie also said, what is the best video on the channel? On your channel, I told you that was. I think for your channel is definitely your gaming one that you did. Also on the Toby Carvery. Monet said, yeah, I will have to go for a massage. You have got me all even more excited.
You have to.
I
hope your hotel has got the spa, the massage. Oh, it'll be nice. Even I'm excited and I'm not even going.
Well, do you know what as well? The one thing is, if you do have the massage and have that, don't cook anything. And what I mean by that is you'll be so relaxed. Just have like a restaurant meal or a takeaway or something like that as well. It does make a difference. You don't want to do anything stressful or not stressful.
Yeah, you just want to be
exactly just relax. Really take that time out to treat yourself. Honestly, you will thank us if you do that, because you will really, really enjoy it.
I remember they gave us a fruit juice at the end.
Yeah, that was amazing.
They had these so when we went the second time, they had these tranquil gardens that we sat in. With the chairs, and so after our massage we went and sat, and that's when they gave us the fruit juice, and you know they'd rubbed all the oil in your hair and everything.
That's right. Yeah, because they did use the oil, and they do that thing where they sort of push your hair like, oh, that was amazing. I don't know how they did it, but the back of the head. But you know, I don't know if you've heard, but there's that real nice feeling when somebody's sort of playing with your hair and they're massaging it. I don't know what it is, but it really, really, really does relax you. It's an amazing feeling. Monet said, I'm not quite sure what is my favourite place. Maybe Margate. Okay.
What's your favourite place in the UK?
Oh, my favourite place in the UK? I'll be biased, but probably Bath and London, I would say.
Oh, really? I thought you might have said someone like Paint.
Tanika's got to go.
Tanika.
Have a fantastic, enjoy your dinner and have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Hopefully see you next week.
Monet's got it all inclusive. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, when it's all inclusive, you know, I mean, I don't know if we would warrant all inclusive because we don't drink or anything, but we would benefit from like soft drinks, I think, because we would drink quite a lot, I think.
Tanika said, I'll add that I love Bristol. Oh, there you go. Your favourite place is Bristol.
Not too far from the West Country.
Yeah, I said, well, Bath is one of my favourites. Like I said, it's nearby.
Yeah, I would say Brighton.
Oh, yeah, that's your favourite place?
Yeah, I would say Brighton. I really love Brighton.
But yeah, the other thing, so I'm glad it's all inclusive. So when you're back, you can let us know your review. We'll ask you about your review of the hotel and what you thought of it. You just finished feeding the chipmunks, says
wow, they're busy collecting for winter.
You
That's
got,
so cute.
that's amazing. So you got chipmunks in the back.
I just think of their bulging cheeks.
What do you feed them actually? Are you actually feeding them sort of nuts and stuff, or do you give them like some high protein energy foods? Just out of interest, because that's the thing, we don't have chipmunks in the UK, so little things like that, actual fact, I always find quite interesting.
I didn't even know that we didn't have yeah, we have squirrels.
It's squirrels.
Yeah, I've never seen chipmunks. I've never seen chipmunks in a garden. Peanuts.
Yes, Aoife. Yes, it was that Indian head massage. There's something absolutely amazing about that. It was so relaxing just to have that as well. But somebody putting oil in your hair and doing that is just really, really nice. Because they said to me, do you mind oil in your hair? I said, no, you go for your life. I can always wash it out. But yeah. Which Bristol football team do you support? Says, from my family side is Bristol City. It's always been Bristol City. But I do know, because obviously you've got Bristol Rovers as well. Richard says, or you give them peanuts. 1408. Have a great weekend, says Richard. Watch the movie 1408. I loved 1408. I thought that was a really good film. That's with Samuel L. Jackson. So without ruining it, I'll just give the basic plot line. So 1408 is a room in a hotel that they keep open, but they don't let anybody stay there. Whoever stays in there, bad things happen to them. Really bad things happen. So the hotel won't let anybody stay. So one journalist finds out about this, and he enforces a rule that to make sure he can stay in room 1408. And you find out what happens when he stays in room 1408. But the hotel are so reluctant to let him stay in room 1408. Mark and Kelly, I hope for my 45th would be in the UK and join you for lunch and evening dinner.
Aww.
Well, actually, in fact, we'll look to do that. So let us know your plans. Monet said, what's your guys' favourite restaurant in London? Oh, wow. Monet, that's such a difficult question. From our review, we've done loads of reviews now. What about yours? What would you say? I'll let you think about that, and I'll answer the K. So Charlie said Carvery. That's his favourite already. So you've got Carvery there. Richard said, it's all about it. It's great. It gets crazy. I thought that, and also as well, I thought John Cusack is an excellent actor. I thought he's really good in that 1408.
I'm just trying to think what my favourite restaurant
Monet,
is.
you got the ask. That's such a difficult one.
It's a difficult one because we've been to quite a few good ones, haven't we?
Yeah. So I would say, do you know what? I would do mine in categories.
Okay.
So my favourite cheapie would be like Charlie, would probably be Carvery.
Yeah, mine too.
So cheapie, that's my favourite cheapie. My favourite mid-range price, and I say mid-range, so a little bit cheaper, more expensive than the high street, would probably be...
What is your idea of mid-range?
Mid-range would be someone like Q-Bar we went to. That would be my mid-range thing.
Right.
So you're looking at maybe £30 to £40 per head.
Right.
So that's what my win. And that would be difficult. I would probably say like a pizza place. Possibly. That's a toughy one. I'll have to come back to that. And my favourite afternoon tea has got to be Fortnum's.
Yeah.
I've not really done higher end restaurants. I've got to say that's not my thing, but I know you have.
There are a couple. I do like John Turot's restaurant, which is SOS in near Farringdon. It's in Farringdon. And I quite like SOS, which is Smith of Smithfields, and it's John Turot's restaurant. So if you watch MasterChef, he's the Australian one, or
that's right. Yeah, he's the Australian one.
He's the Australian judge on MasterChef. So I do like his restaurant, and I always go for the pork belly when I'm there. It's so good.
So it's in Smithfields. Obviously Smith of Smithfields. If anybody's interested in going that, we should review that really. And also as well. So for the but my favourite meal of the day, believe it or not, is actually breakfast. Even though I tell you I skip breakfast, it's my favourite meal of the day because it's the only time I get to enjoy it is the weekend. So it always reminds you of the weekend. So it probably would be my ideal restaurant would focus around that. My favourite higher end, and I say it's not really massively higher, is the Ned. So if you watch our video
Yeah.
on the Ned, that is one of my favorite restaurants.
Yeah.
Or what's your favorite Christmas movie? Oh my word, Monet, this is a really hard question.
I will tell you, but it will be one that you've never heard of, and it's a very, very old film. They do not play it anymore, and it's called The Man in the Santa Claus Suit, and it stars Fred Astaire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they don't play it anymore. But that's one of my favorite Christmas movies. My other favorite, well, my top favorite movie is A Christmas Carol with Albert Finney.
Oh yeah, that's
the
right,
musical
the musical
version, and I watch it every single year.
She does, without fail. And Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a
Die
Christmas.
Hard is not a Christmas movie.
A Christmas movie.
Monet said, our carvery, never been, but have watched Mark and Kelly's videos and has made me want to try it. If you can think of a restaurant, what about the cuisine? So if you're thinking of a car, do give the carvery a go. It might not be your thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Monet, it's one of those things, because it's cheap, you can just try it. And if you don't like it, you can think, well, you haven't wasted that much money.
Yeah.
Oh, what puts me off with the expensive restaurants? If I try it and don't like it, I've spent a whole load of money on that.
Yeah, and I think your main thing is portion size.
Yeah,
that is your main thing.
My big appetite.
Sorry, I was
go.
about to say something. If you want to go to somewhere that borders on a buffet type restaurant, but not full on buffet, like different. There's a place called Rodizio Rico, and there's a few of them about. And they have like I think it's Brazilian. Yes, Brazilian food, and they have like a long place where you can get couscous and chips and blah blah blah, vegetables and salads and all of that. They have like this little bar that you go to and you select whatever, and then they have all different meats that are brought to your table. You have a little card. One side is green and one side is red. So it's like go and stop. And if you have it on green, they come to your table and say, do you want steak? Then they cut the steak, another meat, and then they'll cut that meat, and then they'll bring another meat. So they constantly come while your card is on green. And then and then you stop, but you pay one price. Obviously it's not including drinks, but if you want to try that, it's not bad, I feel, for the price and for the amount of food that you get. It's not bad.
Eva said Indian head massage is part of the therapies you offer. Oh wow!
Oh wow!
I love Indian head massage. That's so relaxing. Eva also said you may have to stay in the old jail hotel. Where's that? Richard said we have some great Indian restaurants I like here. Oh really? So what's your favorite Indian meal, Richard? I'm throwing this out to everybody. Do you like Indian cuisine? If so, what would you have?
Sorry.
Go on.
Richard was asking us, do we have a specific cuisine that we like?
Oh, I see. So go. So just quickly go on this. So Eva said, I also love keema, potato, peas, onions, and minced lamb. Richard said, I like so many restaurants. I could never choose one fave. That's so true, actually. That's like us, because we always discover more.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to sort of show ones for you guys, and that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, so Indian, we love Indian as well. Although we've not had it for ages.
We haven't, because we haven't found a really good one.
There used to be a brilliant one near us, absolutely amazing. And then they changed hands.
Yeah.
So we haven't gone back to them, actually. It wasn't as good as when it was there before. But I love the cuisine. Vegetable biryani is my favourite.
I was about to say, I think it's one of your favourite cuisines.
It's one of my favourite cuisines. Aoife loves carvery as well. And also you like, but she likes just plain English Irish. Yeah, but you know what? You like what you like. Where are we? 4 Irish Breakfast is lovely. Oh, Sleepless in Seattle's one of your favourite Christmas movies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Monet said, yeah, you're right. The thing about high-end restaurants are the portions are small and expensive. I'd say I'm mid-range, and sounds about good, Kelly. Good. Kelly, what's its name for the mid-range one, your favourite mid-range?
My favourite mid-range is difficult. I'm just trying to think. I mean, would you call Wagamama's mid-range price?
So that's a good one.
Wagamama's isn't mid-range food, right? But they do charge mid-range
Yeah,
price.
and
Mid-range prices.
Sorry, I was going to say, and Wagamamas, yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
But, you know, chain restaurants, I always consider sort of lower end, but not lower end in terms of price. But yeah, they're not cheap in that. So yeah, I could say Wagamamas is mid-range.
But not in food, but price, I think. I absolutely love Wagamamas. But I would class it at the lower end, but mid-range prices. Does that make sense? And I think my favorite mid-range restaurant, and I love Pan Asian fusion. I love that type of sort of food. So so a couple of the favorite, I can name you a couple of the favorites, but they will be Asian based. So London Orient, which is just off of Chinatown. They're Chinese. They're really good. And Wagamama's. What was the other place that's I think you really liked it, didn't you? Inamo.
Yeah, I loved Inamo.
Yeah.
So, Fan 14, hello.
Hey, Fan 14.
How are you doing? So going back to your other question, Richard. So favorite restaurant, mine, I'm afraid is always pizza for me. I'm afraid.
Yeah, you love pizza.
I love my pizza, but I do love Indian food. I do have a real penchant for Asian food. Really, really do. Yeah, we've been well actually. How are you, Fan 14? Really good. You made it.
Oh,
Aoife said, I love Carol by Candlelight. I've not seen that Christmas movie.
Oh no.
And we are glad you've made our lives. I'm glad you made it to our life. Check out a full Irish breakfast on YouTube. Do you know what I did? Because I watched a video where they compared the full English to the full Irish, which was quite interesting because I never knew the difference. But there I did. I think there was a difference to the black pudding. The sausage is slightly different. They're very, very similar. So Fan 14 said, I love India. My favorite is chicken korma, pila rice, and naan bread.
The pila rice. I really like chicken korma and pila rice. But my favorite is Peshwari naan.
Yeah, I was going to say, so my ultimate Indian meal would be, I would have the poppadom. I would has to be lime pickle. I would have to have lime pickle in there. Have to have mango chutney. Love mango chutney. So that would be mine, and do those dips.
Yeah.
Then I would move on to my vegetable biryani. I don't mind prawn biryani, but vegetable biryani is my thing. And then I would move on. I must have a Peshwari naan with it.
I love the mint yogurt. I really enjoy the mint yogurt.
So for those of you who never had a Peshwari naan, I definitely recommend it. Inside is coconut, sugar, and raisins. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's almost like having a fruit bun. It's just so good. That's probably not the right thing to do, but yeah, I do love that. God, this talk about food is making me hungry.
I know. I'm getting hungry. I'm thinking,
Richard said garlic naan bread is great from our local place. Now, funny enough, Richard, there is a place, the best naan that we ever had was a place called Masala Zone,
and it's a chain restaurant.
Yeah, chain restaurant in London, and it was so fresh, but the naan was so buttery, and the garlic naan was so garlicky. It was so delicious. But yeah, sometimes it can be a bit not underdone, but I love it where it's just like quite crisp as well.
Yeah.
This was so delicious. It is by far the best naan we ever had.
I think the food isn't that great at Masala Zone, and it is overpriced. So be wary if you are going to Masala Zone. It's the food is okay, and but the Peshwari naan when we had it, but bear in mind, this has been quite a number of years ago, so we've not been. It was our first and only time.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd been to Masala Zone before, and the food again, like I said, is only okay, but the Peshwari naan is beautiful.
Fan 14 said, I love the katsu chicken curry from Wagamama's and the chili squid. Oh, I love the chili squid. Oh, that's my favorite as well. There's something about that chili squid. It's just exquisite. It's so good. Guys, if you do go to Wagamama's, I do recommend, unless you don't like squid, I do recommend, that is my recommendation. So you go for the chili squid. There's peppered squid, which is equally nice, but the chili squid.
The chili tama squid.
Yeah.
I love the tama squid. The ebi katsu, which is breadcrumb coated prawns. I also love the teriyaki salmon. And I love the white chocolate and ginger cheesecake. It's so good. So good.
I love the katsu curry. Oh, we've done katsu curry from Wagamama's. I agree, Kelly. It's between mid-range and low.
Yeah.
Aoife said has to be egg fried chicken or lamb korma, naan and sweet dip. Mango yes, the mango chutney, absolutely, with the poppadoms. Fan 14 said, yeah, the mint yogurt with the poppadoms. Yeah, I love the mint yogurt too. But
yeah,
for me, the lime pickle and the what do you call it, the mango chutney is the ultimate thing with the poppadom. Richard said, I've started making my own onion, tomato, and mushroom curry.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I go and buy the garlic naan to enjoy with it.
Yeah.
Do you know with that as well? Because you really do need a hot oven for garlic naan. It's very much like a pizza. It's so hard to get a good naan or a pizza in a conventional oven. You really do need something that can cook it on a really high temperature. But that's so good you've made your own curry as well. And I can imagine, Richard, actually, you do actually a really good curry. Have you ever attempted dal, Richard, to make your own dal? So with lentils, just out of interest.
I do a Malaysian curry, but I made that the other day. But I made it with basmati rice, yellow basmati rice.
Oh, Connor Burns has been fired. Is that right? I didn't realise that.
Trust Eva to just throw something in.
Yeah, I know.
What?
What's your favourite thing to cook at home? Says Fan 14. Well, we'll throw that one out there actually for you guys. What is your favourite thing to cook when you're at home?
What do you like to cook, Fan 14?
Richard said he tried making it. It was a flop making naan. It's so difficult because, like I said, and it's not you, Richard. I think it's that you need a proper oven with it. A conventional oven, you just can't get the heat. It's like a pizza. No matter how hard you try, it's very difficult to cook a good pizza in a conventional oven because it's just not hot enough. Most ovens go up to 250 degrees Celsius, and that's not hot enough. You need at least 350 for a pizza.
I think for me, for naan bread, you mean?
Well, for pizza and naan bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to have it on really high temperature.
I think for me, I really enjoy. It's not a meal, but I really enjoy cooking steak. I really enjoy eating steak. So I do fry a steak, but I'll normally have it with. If I can be bothered, I'll do a mash. So I'll do a mash or roast potatoes or something like that. Or sometimes I'll just have it on salad. But I really do love steak. What's your favorite meal to cook? I know.
You know what mine is as well. I'm afraid I love my omelets. I love cooking up, partly because it's easy, partly because it's quick. I'm not a great cook. So when I do my cooking things as well, I do it to show that if I can do it, anybody could do it. So I always attempt to do cooking things as well, just to show that don't be afraid to cook, because if I can do it, honestly, anybody here can do it. I'm a terrible cook, but that's my favorite thing to cook is omelette. I love doing different versions of it, the cheese and all of that, but that's the thing I like to do. Aoife said, are you referring to the Indian meal or the holistic therapies I provide as a therapist? I think that question was to Fan 14. Fan 14 said, I like a a Sunday roast with mac and cheese. Oh, you do mac and cheese stuffing. Yorkshire pudding, the whole thing is I made steak and mash, and the first time in a while the other day it was delicious. I've never heard of mac and cheese stuffing.
I've not heard of mac and cheese stuffing, I've got to say.
Oh wow.
The whole shebang.
Wow.
I would have enjoyed that. No, I'm not a real I like mac and cheese, but I don't like it when it's made with strong cheese. So if it was made like with cheddar and all of that, it's too strong for me. But I like the milder one.
So guys, does anybody have, and this is my plea, a decent recipe for mac and cheese? I've tried my mac and cheese. It's okay, but I wonder if anybody has a decent recipe for mac and cheese. That's my begging, if you can tell us. Richard said, cod and parsley sauce is my favourite home dish. Wow. Parsley sauce is a very British thing.
I do like cod and parsley sauce.
Wow, Richard. That does surprise me, actually.
Do you get, because I think they were talking, when your brother was saying, I think he was just saying that yesterday they don't really do cod in the States.
No, that's what I was going to say. Well, I mean, that's quite a British thing. But where were we? Yeah, it's a box from Walmart for the mac and cheese. Do you do that though? I see now. I don't believe you. I think, Richard, you are make a very good mac and cheese. I reckon that you do. Oh, as you said, Fan 14 said, yes, I do. I'll type my mac and cheese recipe out now. Oh, please do. I'm going to. We normally end at 2 hours, but I'm definitely staying on to listen to this. Richard said, parsley sauce in the UK was where I got the idea from. I did wonder that because that's a very English thing.
Yeah, it's a very British thing. But is cod common in? Because we were talking to your brother yesterday. He was just mentioning it yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Because obviously, you know, with like fish and chips and stuff like that. So fish and chips obviously is getting more popular in the States. But I think your brother was saying he liked cod with something. And he said, but cod is not that popular in the States. So I'm wondering, is it becoming popular? Is cod like one of those fishes that's becoming popular?
Well, actual fact is what, and is that true? Is it just popular anyway? But so my brother lived in Washington for 5 years, and he said that as well. It was difficult to get hold of, so it might just be a Washington thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just interested to see whether or not that's the case. But I did wonder that when you said parsley sauce, because like I said, that is a very English thing. Parsley sauce and fish.
Yeah. And traditional.
Yeah, exactly. So you'd make the parsley sauce and then you basically just have that all over you poach the fish and then have the parsley sauce over the fish.
Nice.
Yeah, that does sound nice.
But you know what I do like? I do like fish and chips.
Oh yeah.
I really do like fish and chips. And I think when you find a place that does good fish and chips, that crispy batter,
Richard said the cod in the Midwest is expensive for a good loin.
Right.
Whole Foods is okay. They fly it in. Oysters are expensive too. Yeah. Great fish restaurant fly them in too. Do you know what? I love oysters. Now there's a fishmonger's actually not too far from us. I pointed next. It's down the way. But they do 3 oysters for £5, which is not bad. So
no, it's not bad.
So 3 oysters. I mean the pound's shrunk, but at the moment, but 3 oysters, £5 is about at the moment about £4. Sorry, $4. No, sorry, what am I talking about? It's about $6. So it's about for 3 oysters, they will do them for $6.
Yeah.
Phone 14 said sauce. So for the sauce,
right.
Add a quarter of butter to a pan. Oh wow, that's quite a lot. And a tablespoon of flour. Then mix with a whisk, and then I add milk over the top. So you make a bechamel until you get a creamy consistency. Then add a couple of pinches of salt and pepper. Right, so that's just so it's like that's quite though a buttery bechamel. Now that's interesting because when I make mine, I just do a spoonful of butter. So I need to add more butter. Yeah. Clearly, that's what I need to do.
Yeah, because you're going to make a thing, so you can't add a spoon of butter.
Well, I do that with. Well, I say a spoon of butter. It's just like a knob of butter.
I wonder if that would work with garlic butter.
Because then I do. But the thing is well, what I do is I add more milk. So mine's more milky.
Right.
But I would be tempted. I've always been tempted to use double cream or heavy cream in it, but I think that might be just too rich.
I don't think so, because I think like it depends. It would be rich if you're making a small thing, but if you're making a proper thing, it wouldn't be rich because that would be spread out over the.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Right, then add paprika. See, I don't add paprika, so that's interesting. And then add a good amount of cheese. I add medium and mature cheese. So you do 2 types of cheese.
Right, medium and mature.
Because I have seen people that add like 3 or 4 different ones.
Yeah, 3 or 4 different ones. But you like mature cheddar.
Oh, I love mature cheddar.
Yeah.
I was going to say I've just bought some, but I always go for extra mature. So the really strong stuff. But they didn't have any. Mature was the strongest they had.
Yeah, mature. I would have mature.
Because Alicia makes hers with mozzarella, and she uses Parmesan, and then she uses cheddar. So that's the 3, but 3 totally different types of cheese.
Yeah, I wouldn't use cheddar. I would use another but I would also use Gruyere.
Oh, okay.
I would use Gruyere.
Yeah, you've got some in there.
A little bit of Parmesan and
The other thing I was going to say, so I did see one YouTuber did 3 different recipes he used. So he used Gordon Ramsay's one. I think he used Rihanna, the singer's one. And I forget the third person, which is going to annoy me. But Rihanna adds peppers in hers, so bell peppers in hers to add to it, which is quite interesting. It's something I've never done before. Richard said, I dropped mac and cheese for cauliflower roasted with salt and pepper, olive oil and garlic and Parmesan cheese topping. Oh, wow.
I tell you, cauliflower is getting very, very popular. But there was a bit of a cheat because my friend Rachel and I, we went to a place and they did a cauliflower steak. Now, their version of a cauliflower steak was half a cauliflower, which they marinated and everything else. But they charged her like about £15 for a meal.
That's scandalous.
And like cauliflower was like 50p, and you're going to charge £15.
Well, one of the things with cauliflower is, well, I did see a recipe where they actually marinate it in yogurt and then roast it. So you put spices in with the yogurt. So it's not just plain yogurt. I think you have paprika, pepper. There's a few other spices. And I think it's cumin, but don't quote me on that. And then they have that round there. And the yogurt obviously just not soaks, but as it bakes into the actual cauliflower. Right. And then I add my macaroni pasta. So this is the remainder of the recipe. And mix in the sauce and move to an oven dish. And then sprinkle cheese on top and then sit in a preheated oven for 20 minutes.
Would you add breadcrumbs to the top of that?
Yeah, interesting enough.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things, I know you guys, like you were talking about cauliflower and cheese too. One of my recommendations is try broccoli cheese. We bought that from M&S and it's really, really good. So you do exactly the same as you would do for mac and cheese or cauliflower and cheese, but instead obviously of the pasta or the cauliflower, you add broccoli. So you'd boil it for about 3 minutes and add that in with your, drain it, get rid of as much moisture as you can, and then add that into your cheese sauce. That is delicious. And there's something about a combo of broccoli and cheese is fantastic. That does sound like a good mac and cheese recipe.
It really does, yeah. For me, I'd probably use different cheeses, but the rest I would probably utilize and then use. I wouldn't use the cheddar only because I don't like really strong cheeses. So I would probably and I would swap out the quarter of butter for garlic butter. That's what I would do.
Oh yeah, so
I would use garlic butter.
Sorry, I was going to say in the UK. You can now buy garlic butter. So if anyone's interested, Lurpak do little sticks of garlic butter. There's tons of chopped up garlic in that butter, but it is really, really good. You can use even spreading it on toast. It gives it a really strong garlic taste. But I am a cheese fanatic, says Fang14. It's bad. I do have to cut down. Yes, I would try breadcrumbs. I've always wanted to, but never have.
Yeah.
You can buy actually.
Just buy it.
You can buy breadcrumbs already. I think most places just do them, just sprinkle them on and then
panko breadcrumbs. That's what I would use.
Oh, panko breadcrumbs.
Yeah. That's the
Oh, well done, Richard.
Wow.
So Richard's lost 20 pounds since going veggie. Oh, sorry, you retracted it. I don't know if you want to say that. Sorry. But
that's amazing, by the way.
Funny you should say that, actually. So when I went vegetarian as well, I lost quite a bit of weight as well because I used to eat a lot of steaks and things like that as well. So when I cut down,
whole chickens.
Oh yeah, I did. I used to roast a whole chicken and eat it myself. That's what I used to do. 4 months since going veggie. Well done, Richard. That's fantastic.
That's a lot as well.
That is
4 months. Congratulations.
Well done. That's true. So I mean, that's almost a stone and a half.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
A stone and a half, yeah.
That's really, really good as well. And what's nice as well, you're doing it healthily, so you're doing it gradually. Fan14, yeah, I've tried the garlic butter. It's delicious, and I've melted and dipped in baguettes. Oh yeah, I didn't think of doing that. And I've had it with a jacket potato, changed everything. It was so good.
Oh my god, I've got jacket potatoes in the fridge. Oh, look at that.
Thank you, Fan14. You reminded us.
I should put that in the oven. Oh.
Yeah, so Rich, I don't know if you get the same as well, but the garlic butter is really good here. So Lurpak do it. We had it there. Worth a recommendation. And actually, fact, there will be a recommendation for the week. Lurpak
butter, a stick of butter.
So, and it is a stick.
Yeah, it's like long stick, and it's really, really good butter.
So guys, it's been absolutely brilliant. Like, we've enjoyed it so much. Eva said, Mark and Kelly, I am challenging you to cook only Irish food for a whole day. Do you know what? We will try doing Irish food, actually.
What are you going to eat? Irish.
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of Irish I can have.
Black pudding?
No, I can't have that. I'll find something.
Sausages?
I'll do everything without the meat in it. But yeah, that is it for us for this week for Mark and Kelly's Trip Sits and Things. Thank you so much. It's been an absolutely amazing
Been
night.
lovely.
Do you know what? We've been going, we normally end about the 2-hour mark, but I was so looking forward to doing our conversations about the cooking. It was really, really enjoyable. That's it for us this week. But as always, we will be back 6 p.m. UK time on Tuesday.
We will.
Take care as well, Richard, and have a fantastic weekend, guys. Don't forget there is a train strike in the UK for anybody trying to get around. Do look after yourselves and remember, you're never too old to have fun. We will see you in the next live. We will try to remember to order these damn autumn drinks.
Oh yeah.
Which we keep forgetting to do. At least so we can try them on the live. But
Yeah.
we will try our best to remember. Please do look after yourselves. Take care and remember, you are never too old to have fun. Oh, Monet just said, "Oh, we trying garlic butter. Thanks for your entertaining me this weekend. See you Tuesday. I really enjoyed this. And we love
chatting to everyone.
we really do. We really enjoy it, and you make it so special, everybody. So have a fantastic weekend. Take care, and we will see you on Tuesday. Bye for now.
Let's see.